Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You just have to let me know.
So, the last we left the intrepid crew of the U.S.S. Achilles, they had discovered a strange new phenomenon that was preventing the crew from getting any sleep, and they were having strange dreams that kept interrupting their sleep cycles, showing them strange places that they are familiar with, but hinting at something far beyond their understanding. Until there was an epiphany about, what was it, 3 days in, something like that, where after a few days, let's put it that way, they had discovered the Romulan Lieutenant Ryloff had a vision as to a corridor of scintillating light, that crossed across the sector, and possibly was the source of what was coming. And we begin aboard a shuttlecraft somewhere in space.
Right, I forgot about the stress thing.
Oh, right, yeah, with -5 stress. Max stress.
Yeah, I just went to the back of the sheet and did that shit.
Yeah, I've got that
Yeah, I
down
did
there
that
as
for
well.
mine too.
Pend,
Yeah.
Frolic, Rylov, and Morkop, you awake inside in the middle of a shuttlecraft. You all seem very dazed. You see the bleeding form of Lieutenant Arlen lying on the floor. There are red alert lights blaring all around you. There are panels blinking away at you. What do you do?
I'll go to a panel and try and start getting a status report on the status of the ship.
Bleeding isn't like actively dying. Or is that a
he could
find out?
He could already be dead. Who knows?
I'll,
Oh, that's fine.
I only have a 1 in medicine, but
So
he's
do
he's
I.
a fellow crew member, so I'll look at.
I have a 2 in medicine. You two go check the fucking ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Security
Okay.
systems.
Okay. So Rylov starts heading forward. Morkop and Thralic are checking a system at a nearby panel. Pen's looking after Arlen. Which of these would you like to resolve first?
Oh, maybe considering we're under a red alert,
Ship.
we should have Rylov go first, or ship go first. One of those two.
Well, we can't do anything about the red alert if we don't have systems up. So
Yeah, true. So
That's true.
systems.
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk over to a panel and you start just trying to get an idea of what's going on, because you don't know what's going on at the moment yet. Conflict sheet, please load. That's not what I wanted. Thanks, computer.
I'll fight you. That's a conflict, right?
Well, as long as it's not a conflict of interest.
I mean,
I could be interested in the conflict.
Yeah.
Ah.
Is it a conflict of interest if you're trying to kill each other?
I'd assume
Not
so.
necessarily.
Me control plus engineering. Oh, sorry. I take this back. Hold on. I have to check something. You might not be able to do what you're trying to do. 1 second. Oh, I have a cheat sheet for this. There. Give me Insight Engineering difficulty 2 as you begin tapping at the panel and trying to figure out what's going on. Morkop, you can totally assist with this.
All right. Insight Engineering difficulty 2.
if it doesn't involve shooting or punching, I don't have a focus.
Focus on observation here.
Yes.
All right. Matters a lot here for my 2 in engineering. I'll give you 1 threat for a 3rd die there, I guess.
Okay.
There we go. Generate 1 momentum.
Are we legitimately saying I currently have the highest medical and engineering?
No, I've got a higher engineering.
I have a 3.
I've got a 3.
Yeah.
I'm just not medical. That's why
Look,
I've
I
got
can
another Romulan friend.
I can do con.
I can also do con.
Information has been sent. Pend or Ryloff, who wishes to go next?
Screw it. I'll go. Because I can't.
Yeah.
Checking him over, you lack a medical kit, but you can at least scan him with your tricorder. It's not medical, but it's close enough. Reason plus medicine, difficulty 2.
Luckily, because I have mental imaging, I get a free reroll on a reason.
Sounds reasonable.
The
Nah.
focus, focus in mental prowess,
Not in this case, no. It's fairly simple what you're doing.
composure.
In this case, yes.
Would you allow the trait of tried and tested?
Yes. Difficulty 1.
You sounded so pained.
It's because you are a pain. No.
Well, fuck you too. Yeah. So hit. Ta-da.
Tadee.
It seems like he'll regain consciousness in about 15 minutes.
That'd be unique to show up to a game where your character died like 2 minutes before you showed up.
That'd be rough, buddy.
Yeah.
Ryloff, give me fitness con difficulty 2 to quickly get up to the cockpit to see what's going on as you're trying to move forward. As you're moving forward, there's plasma fires burning. You can see bits of space and a flickering of force field, keeping you and space separated from each other.
Oh.
So
Okay.
you kind of have to climb over and find the safe path forward to get into the cockpit.
So it's not quite 0G, but almost.
It's getting there. You're feeling a little lighter in step than normal, and it isn't because you're happy.
So you're playing the floor is lava in nearly 0G?
Would survival apply then?
Yes. Space parkour.
Yeah. What was the difficulty? Sorry.
2.
2. Okay. Let me read that. No, this is just a navigate. I'll give you a threat.
Okay. You gain more momentum as you're able to move forward into the cockpit. And outside the window, you can see that the shuttle is plummeting toward a planet.
Oh. Does it at least look like a nice planet?
It looks very, very yellow and very, very gaseous.
Oh.
With
So
a
that's
very
a no.
active weather system.
I would still like to point out, I have never crashed a shuttle. Only GMs crash shuttles.
On the plus side, it doesn't look like, on a quick guess, you're not seeing any navigation alarms. Well, not that the computer's of any help, but eyeballing it, you don't think you're close enough that you're irrecoverably within its gravity well. You could, in
okay.
theory, pull out of this if you act quickly.
Okay. Are you saying act quickly as in swift task?
You could try to swift task something, yeah. Because we are in combat rounds, as you've observed.
Or, considering Ireland's not in the absolute worst condition, I could also direct you.
Yeah.
You've already
that
acted.
is also.
No, I
You
mean
have
like
act-
next round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we've got that.
It's true, because I did roll to see if you were already plummeting or not, because you all acted. So I'll reset the tokens.
Ah, we're not
What?
plummeting yet. Good. Okay. I see.
Well, any task assisted by the ship increases complication, or was it difficulty? Uh, complication by 3.
Jesus.
So we could go ahead and try to,
Run some repairs.
restart the computers. Yeah, and that would bring that down for you because
Yeah.
you don't have a choice in being assisted by the ship, so you're going to get those complications if they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't just turn off the ship. Unfortunately, that's a design
Oh, that is
oversight.
relevant.
Clearly.
I'll give it to you
Uh,
for free, no roll. This is a Type 7 shuttle. You guys would know it. You that would have been drilled into you over and over and over.
Yeah.
means no weapons.
It has a weapon.
What, itself?
Yes,
The tractor beam system.
it is the
So
weapon.
that's just, unless you've modified it, it doesn't.
I don't think these things have
Um,
tractor beams.
We have a single torpedo.
Are these breaches on the U.S. accurate?
Yes.
Yeah, we have like at least one breach to computers, I think.
Yeah, we've got one to computers.
Yeah, so Thralic, why don't we try to
We've got 2 to structure.
restart the computer?
We don't have structure anymore. Oh,
That's
That
why you're
was
seeing bits
structure
of
destroyed.
space, and the fire control system isn't working.
But yeah, if you take what is the breach on structure? Like, are we maxed on all our breaches?
No.
Okay.
You have destroyed structure, disabled CPU, destroyed comms, and disabled sensors. Your engine system still works. Your weapon system is not available.
Non-existent.
Non-existent.
tractor beam technically.
But we really don't
Oh
want
no,
to
it's a
get
weapons
shot
of
at.
0. It has nothing. I actually have that wrong. Doesn't even have a tractor beam.
Oh no.
Yeah, we don't want to get hit by anything because any breaches are going to go straight to engines almost. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
is
why you
that
have power and life support. The engines are still working.
Yeah.
Are we doing the difficulty 4 or are we doing the extended task?
Oh, I don't think we have time to do the extended task. Also, though, I think
Okay.
Pend might be better at doing the engineering thing than either of us.
And you, Thralic, can still direct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, Captain.
Well, what is the engineering task first, Jim?
Which system are you trying to repair?
We need to repair the
computers.
computers.
Computers that can be repaired from where you are. It is accessible. Do you have a science of at least 2?
Me? No, I'm just asking for the roll so I can hand it out to the adequate person.
If it's a science, if the person has a science of 1, it's going to be the extended task. If they have a 2 or higher, then it's a control plus daring plus engineering. Difficulty of 3 with tools. Without tools, if you're just doing your best with whatever you can. Div 4, comp 3. Actually, no, it's even harder. Sorry. Whoops. I forgot there's a bunch of other things broken. Hold on. So base div 3. Oh, complication range is 3. Sorry. Comp 3. So 4. Difficulty is 4. And because the structure is damaged, you're not in combat, so you can attempt to repair things. So daring engineering diff 4, comp 4 with tools. Without tools, difficulty and complication increase to 5.
So we're probably looking for someone with a science of 2 who's willing to spend determination.
Who has a science of 2?
I have a science of 1.
please, anyone.
Yeah.
No.
I did not know the mission when the GM asked which supporting character I wanted to play.
Yeah.
That was intentional.
Yeah, totally the wrong supporting character to help you with
You
any
know
of
who
this.
has a science of 2 or higher? The guy who's unconscious
Arlen?
on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
I think you're gonna have to take the extended task then.
Well, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the good thing. What is the extended task?
Work
Is it-
10, magnitude 2, resistance 1, base difficulty of 2 because you're taking your time. Complication resets is still 3.
Well, that's good news. I mean, you can actually do a work 10 magnitude 2 extended task in one roll if you roll high enough.
I'm guessing this
Because
is...
true.
if you can zero out the work and get at least 5 work, then you could complete it theoretically in one roll. So
And it's what engineering?
If you're taking your time with it, it becomes control.
I think we need to do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're not even allowed to do the other one though, because none of us have science 2. So that's
Yeah.
what we're gonna have to do.
Does that mean I'm fixing the ship?
I think you are the most qualified to do it.
Oh, god damn.
We'll point out a Type 7 is well equipped, well supplied. You could dig a kit out of storage.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have to make the roll for that, or are you allowing that for like a
You would make their action would be searching for the kit and handing it off.
And what's that
Is
roll?
it-
Something engineering?
Insight
Inside.
engineering difficulty 2.
Would it
I
be
can
possible?
maybe do that.
Would it be possible to use momentum to use Arlen's kit? Or does he
Yeah,
not
you
have
could
that?
spend a momentum and just grab Arlen's kit if you wanted.
Sure, we'll do that.
Yeah. If we're on a time crunch, it's probably a good idea.
I have a kit. Huzzah!
Loot the lad.
Yes, I'm now a space raccoon.
It looks like Arlen's slowly coming to.
His kit was keeping him unconscious.
Yeah. It
was on his chest.
Someone else using it.
With the kit, can
His
I...
kit was keeping him unconscious.
Yeah, pretty
Someone
much.
touched his tools.
Hey, engineer, come do the engineering thing.
Arlen, you wake up in on your back in the middle of a shuttle. You're bleeding from your forehead, and the captain just pulled your engineering kit off you. There's fires everywhere. There's bits of space being exposed. There's warning lights everywhere, and you're kind of dazed.
What?
Also, I'll
Huh?
take my 3 threat now. So Pend, I'll get back to you in a moment, Arlen. It will be fair enough to say that you were in a bit of a daze. You're still trying to get your bearings as to what's going on.
Okay. Fire, space, bad.
Pend, you have an engineering kit, you thief. What do you do with it?
With my stolen engineering kit, will you allow me to make a play for a reason?
Why? You're diagnosing the problem?
Well, not
I know what the problem is. There's something wrong with your system.
I'm doing it very
You could use
carefully.
control. You could use control plus engineering. You could use daring if you wanted to take a bit of a risk on it.
I'll go daring because that's actually better for me.
So you run over, you start prying open one of the computer panels, and you very quickly start pulling out, isolating your chips, and checking which ones are burned out, replacing it.
Would you allow the focus in either lead by example or composure?
In this case, I'll take lead by example, given that you're kind of, in a sort of way, without saying anything, you're kind of briefing the engineer as to what's going on that you need to repair.
Because I can also ask for close quarters combat, but I don't think that serves exactly right.
No.
Hmm.
So I'm going to roll 6 challenge dice, GM.
Roger.
You get 3.
Do you run an assist from workout?
Um,
That's
no, because I'm pretty much sure I can generate all that by myself. It's
okay.
plus you maybe needed to assist either Arlen, Thralic, or Rylov. So we're getting 2 momentum.
Give me 5 challenge dice from work.
That's actually a pretty good roll call, things considering.
Yeah, you hit on all 5 dice for one.
7 of 10 work. You have at least 1 magnitude coming your way.
Isn't there resistance?
Oh, resistance of 1, sorry. Work of 6.
Then I'm going to spend my 2 medals to generate 4 momentum and spend it all in.
10 work. 2 magnitude. And that was the computers.
That was, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arlen just looks up and sees Pen's arm just deep into the ship.
And then those screens flicker to life. Warning. Warning. Terrain. Warning. Warning.
Oh, yeah,
Terrain.
And
As a
with
computer
that,
starts. Warning. Structural integrity field compromised. Warning. Sensor systems
Charlotte's
damaged.
gonna
Warning. Communication
leap
systems
up.
have been disabled.
and like move over to the like rear of the cockpit minor action.
I need a fitness con from you to climb your way over there. The internals of the shuttle are very compromised.
Okay. Is that gonna count as my roll?
Yes.
Hmm.
Because you're trying not to step on fires or accidentally press your foot or elbow into a force field that's keeping space away from you. This thing's barely holding together.
Could I use the traits of climber plus hoplite commander to ignore that?
You still have to do the roll, but you've reduced it to a diff 0.
All right.
You can always swift task.
Yeah, I'll be swifting. I will be.
But yeah, no, you can totally do a fitness con diff 0. You're basically very quickly
Yeah.
climbing your way through, and you have this hoplite sort of hazard team training of nope, need to hurry. Yep, that's a fire. Yep, it singes. I'm fine. My boots
Yep,
are thick.
and focus in athletics.
Yeah.
All right, so I generate
Well,
one at least.
1 momentum. Spending 2 to swift, I assume.
Yeah, and I'm going to direct Rylov, who's at the helm.
Oh, I guess I'm flying now. Yep.
Yeah.
You're directing at Rylov. What's the order, Commander?
Pull
Get us
up.
into a more stable orbit, Lieutenant.
You
For
could
something,
just
it's more salvageable.
You could just say pull up. That works.
It does work.
I would like you to not crash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't crash.
What's our Admiralty directive anyway? Still stellar cartography.
Yep.
I don't feel like that's gonna help right now.
Oh no, we're pulling up from the planet and towards the stellar cartography. That counts, right?
Toward the stars. You can't map the stars if you're dead.
Exactly.
Hey,
I
and we-
think that counts.
To be fair, we're avoiding this stellar body, so we're still mapping everything.
Yeah.
Abuse your values with this one simple trick.
Focuses. Thank
Oh
you.
no, these are focuses.
Oh, focus is okay.
And these aren't even our focuses; they're Grennan's focuses from the Admiralty thing.
Yeah. I mean, the value of you can't sit around and wait for help seems applicable.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have a mission directive.
Just your standing ones. The
don't even know what our
the
standing
prime
ones are.
directive. Second one was examine the star systems. Third one was deal with pirates in the region. There was a fourth one. I can't remember what it is at the moment.
Oh, that's
Survive?
not on any of our No, that one's not it.
No, it was Prime, Science, Pirates, and Render Aid.
Render aid. That's what it was. Yeah.
Can't render it if we're fucking dead.
I mean, we're rendering aid to ourselves.
Exactly.
I will have to say no, unfortunately.
Tragic.
Okay, we're
Of
rendering
course
aid
you
to
would.
others in the shuttle.
Okay, so it's pulling up from gas giant. I don't have a flying focus, but I have to wonder, given this situation and everything that's going on, the paranoid trait exists.
I will have to say no in this case.
Damn. Because I was going to make an argument for the paranoia focus. But things are already going wrong, so he's just compensating for things that haven't quite happened yet. It's
Mhm.
working out.
I mean, unless Arlen plans to stab you, I don't know. I don't know why paranoia would help.
The ship is breaking apart,
Maybe Throlic did this to you.
and we don't know the. Well, it's also paranoia about the environment. We don't know what this gas giant is. I don't know where the fuck I am. I don't know what I'm pulling up into because I don't have sensors to see what I'm pulling up into.
You have eyes.
I have eyes, but we need to
Um,
stop pulling up before I can see
Does
anything.
the comp go down since we fixed the computers?
I spent it to go up.
Ah, okay.
Besides, the complication isn't coming from the computers; it's coming from me.
Well, so just survival if we're trying to pull up to not die.
Yep, you're doing a very basic, the simplest programming orbit possible. Is it pretty? Will you get great sensor readings? Nope, but you won't be falling anymore.
We don't care about sensor readings. We don't have sensors.
Yeah. It's
Like,
like, I just don't want to be falling anymore. I mean, this will. I will warn you that if you get a complication, you're likely going to skip off the atmosphere, and everyone in the ship's going to feel it
That's
okay,
fine.
good to know. Good to know.
because you're doing a
Any
very
breaches?
rough. There's one way to make sure you don't fall into a planet. Just angle yourself so you can't enter the atmosphere, and hope the ship holds together.
Yeah, we don't want to take any structure breaches because they'll go straight to
It's
engines,
fine.
and
Don't
one of
worry
us will probably die.
Yeah, you can't sit around and wait for help as a value. Seems appropriate.
Yep.
Mhm.
Um,
And I'll be
Is-
assisting here.
Being
with-
assisted technically, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give one threat, one momentum just on that.
Roger.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And then
And the ship.
team dynamics for my assist, by the way. There.
Yes.
Does the ship have to help?
I'm gonna re-roll that one, GM, with my maximized efficiency.
Okay, the ship didn't.
All right.
It rolled a flat 10. That's not terrible.
No, that's like fine.
It's still not good enough to help, but good job, ship.
Yeah.
Shuttles are notorious for not doing
So
anything.
that was with a determination spin, so 5, 6.
On a diff 3, so yeah, we gained 3.
If anything else, I generated momentum.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yes? Yes!
All of you can hear the shuttle rattling like crazy. You can hear, you can almost see flickers of red light as you're almost having that reentry heat moment as you're coming in way too fast, and then Ryov's using that to kind of skim along the atmosphere and just kind of pull up and out with the maneuvering thrusters.
Yeah, seeing the danger that is coming because of the shuttle's failing integrity, can I like physically help Arlen get to the structural integrity panel?
Sure. Fitness plus con difficulty of, we'll call this 3 because Arlen's still kind of
Okay.
blinking, kind of groggy and a little dazed. So
This
that,
is-
but Arlen can
You're-
assist with this roll.
Gonna say Moorcop will just like come over and stand over you and say your services are required.
Huh? Okay.
Drag. Drag.
Uh, I
I
will
don't have
will
focus,
participate in the way that things are done among Klingons and give you 3 threat.
3 threat.
Uh,
Good.
This is
I'm gonna have to stretch a lot on these focuses because I only have
You only
3.
have 3.
Uh,
Yeah.
would you take Mock Bra for knowing how to like cleanly move things around without like hurting or stressing yourself?
I'll take it. Also on the same line that you know how to lift a person off their feet and carry them that way.
Yeah.
Normally you would complete the throw. You're just not completing the throw. You're just kind of holding up and balancing him off of you and running along.
I don't know if it gets him to the panel fast enough. Sure.
Yeah. Fling. Like, ah!
He was just bleeding out of the floor. That's not the greatest idea.
Don't worry.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
no.
engineer.
Guess who has no values to fix that or talents?
Well, after this one, he'll have more things because he'll get 2 activations.
That arm.
Do. Moorcup, you try pulling Arlen on, and you just kind of slip for a second, and you try to recover, and then wham! You just both go right into the deck near a bit of a plasma fire.
Uh-oh.
Building the hazard, stand by.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Look at him, he's fucking enjoying himself.
Yes.
I get to make this 6-die vicious, persistent.
Persistent. Yeah.
What? Oh, there it is.
You can almost hear the glee in his fucking clicks.
Wait. Oh, sorry. 5 CD. Boo-do-do-do-do. Most of the damage is going to Moorcup, I imagine. Unless he's throwing his superior officer onto the fire he's falling on.
Do we get to decide like how many of the dice we each take?
Oh no, you're deciding who's
40 and the 5D?
Yeah. Well, the 5D.
Oh.
No, sorry, it is 5D straight. It's just one person's taking. I'm gonna roll 5 challenge dice. If I get it a delta, you're both getting the damage anyway. But one person's getting the full damage. One person's either falling on the fire, and the other person might be caught on him as well.
Moorcup is very honorable. He will take as much as he is allowed to take, trying to shield Arlen from whatever possible.
Unfortunately, that's a very intense fire, so you both take 3 stress. As you kind of very quickly, and just you both instinctively just roll away from the fire because ow, that fire hot.
Fire
Wow.
hot bad.
Unfortunately, you tried to get Arlen there, but you kind of had to dodge falling into a plasma fire and being incinerated to a crisp. You wish to swift task, Mr. Moorcup?
Difficulty 4. The only theoretical possibility would be if I bought all the challenge dice to give you all the dice to give you all of them, which seems a bit risky. Oh, you only have 6 threat.
Oh, it depends on what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Why not? I'll do it.
So how much threat and momentum are you spending?
No, I wouldn't want to waste any of their. I don't want to come into someone's game and spend their momentum.
I don't even know what he's doing.
He's trying to drag our
Trying
own
to
the rest
not-
of the way, I think.
Trying
Trying to
not
drag him
kill
towards the
Arlen.
structural integrity system in the back so he can stabilize the structure.
Ooh. With some extra momentum too.
Nice.
Arlen, you can attempt to assist with this.
So what's that diff?
Hey,
So what's that diff for?
pick yourselves up.
It's 4, yeah.
So Moorcup just kind of hits the ground. You both kind of scatter from the fire for a second. Moorcup just kind of just rolls to his feet, grabs Arlen, and just hauls him and just drags him along the floor. Harlan just kind of pawing along the floor very quickly, trying to help. and then you're able to get into the back where the structural integrity systems are.
GM, you're only at 12.
I get 2 because he kept the initiative. Kept the
Yeah,
initiative.
I
He switched
paid it
tabs.
out of momentum.
Oh, did you?
I did.
That. I thought he did. That was
No,
my
I
question.
did.
Command level decisions.
Yeah.
So yeah, Morcop, you've pulled Lieutenant Arlen into the structural integrity systems area, and where various other things are. Hey, Lieutenant Arlen, you take one look, and I'm about to send you how hard do you think this will be to fix?
Lovely.
Also, you don't have an engineering kit now,
Penn has
but
it
we can
currently.
get one.
Yeah. The ship's well supplied, don't you know?
Oh, I'm sorry. My engineer wasn't conscious at the moment.
Not my fault I got hit in the head.
Or was it?
I don't know. Sounds like something that could have been avoided.
Yeah, it's got a wrench.
Oh. Oh, lovely. So, yeah, this bucket ain't going anywhere.
What's
This isn't a
wrong?
bucket anymore, or it's a sieve. I can't fix it.
Impossible task?
It is an impossible task.
Impossible as
You-
in difficulty 7, or as in the GM's not going to give you a difficulty?
Impossible as in an infinite impossibility. There is
Requires a Stardock to do.
Ah,
Yeah. it
Unless you have the
requires-
talent.
Unless you have the talent, yeah.
Yeah. You could potentially use your determination to get that talent and then fix it. I'm just saying.
That is
How-
a thing, yep.
That is a thing you
that-
could do.
Is that like a new system or something for Starfleet? You can use a determination to get a temporary talent, or how does that work?
I don't know if it's in the new books or something we found before, but yeah, you can spend determination to get a talent for like a scene or something like that.
No, it's
I
for the
forget
rest of
what
the
it is.
session.
It's for the rest of the session.
Yeah.
Okay, so structures are shot.
Could be a good idea.
So it's impossible for me to even try to reinforce the structure integrity fields because there is no structure to enforce
Yeah.
the integrity of.
There are panels of the ship that aren't there anymore. This ship's being held together by force field and gravity plates. Like this thing, if this thing moves any faster than thruster speed, it's going to yank itself apart.
Okay.
Like the engines work, but if you went to warp, this thing would just blow apart. The structural integrity is just too compromised.
I'm afraid I don't have any advice, Lieutenant Arlen. Most of this, at this time, Klingons would just ram whatever caused this, but that doesn't seem like the solution.
Do you even know what caused this?
Not at this time.
Or-
Last thing you remember, your last thing you remember was something about having weird dreams, not being able to sleep well. By the way, your max stress is reduced.
By how much?
By 5.
Yeah.
From the end of last session.
Yeah.
Okay,
Has,
I'm still awake.
Yep.
Has Arlen used his action yet?
He has not. Arlen has not. Rylith has not.
Then I'll say to Lieutenant Arlen, then if you can't do this, we must see to communications. A distress signal is going to be required.
Or take the talent.
Or take
Like-
the talent.
If you take the talent, like you spend your determination for that, I'll give you that determination back. Like,
Because then you can actually repair the breach
yeah.
without a start.
I'm
can
gonna
attempt.
introduce the complication. Sorry to be like this, but
Well, yeah.
even with the talent, I will charge myself to threat out of all fairness. You kind of lack one key portion of that talent: a damage control team.
Materials.
Fair.
And
The damage control
Oh,
team.
you
Yeah.
need people,
that is
and
true.
part of that repair would be getting outside and repairing it with things. He'd need to mobilize
Yeah.
everyone else to go outside and start welding things together.
So we need to find a place to
Okay.
like put down the ship or something if we were.
Yeah.
So you
Uh,
could take that talent.
And we
It just
wanna
means that you'd have to wait. You'd have to wait till everyone could dedicate and follow his instructions. But he
All right.
can't do it
And
on his own. He lacks a team.
Something to keep
Yeah,
in
we
back
should-
pocket
so,
then.
I'm not repairing this unless we can, and either go to a full stop or touchdown somewhere.
and so it'd probably be a good idea to switch over and work on the communications because we probably
Yeah,
need
I
to
think
know where we
communications,
land.
sending a mayday, it would be our next priority. So,
All
how's the communication
sensors.
systems looking?
Yeah, comms or
Sensors
sensors,
are
whichever
there.
one is easier.
Comms
Comms.
is too breachy.
Comms is
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah, then I think we
Comms
probably
is
want
the
sensors
same
up.
as structure.
Comms is
So-
destroyed.
Yes.
Okay, then I'm going to at least try to give you sensors.
Yeah, so if you
Okay,
go into the shuttles, just click on bring up the Type 7.
You pull out a pad and look up what's happened to the ship. Well, what little everyone else knows as they're sharing this information as quickly as they can.
Communications down, structures, airs down, computers. Okay, let's override sensors.
Okay.
Or-
I will. Unfortunately, to repair this, you'd normally need your kit with you, but you can try to do it anyway because you have significant scientific knowledge to kind of bridge the gap of your lack of knowledge. So you're looking at daring plus engineering, difficulty of 5, complication of about. Oh, that doesn't increase complication. Does that? It does not. I'm not gonna do it. Daring engineering, difficulty 5, comp 1.
Oh, alrighty then. Technical insight or hey, emergency repairs.
Emergency repairs.
I think that's qualified. I'm not determining source of a problem. And let's please not try to overload the few systems we have left.
Pass the red line.
Please.
If you do, I'm shooting you. I don't even need to open an airlock. I can just push you out one of the force fields that's failing.
Do I just want to go full dice or do? How lucky do I feel?
It's your call, bud. Roll how you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's spend a determination. Nothing's perfect, only better than it was.
Fair enough.
This ain't gonna be pretty, but it's gonna be better than what we had. Let's do 2 threat, 3 momentum.
Roger.
I'm going to spend the rest of that momentum pool to give you your determination back because I think we're going to need a lot of engineering rolls tonight.
Yep, that's fair. +2.
You have to kind of like fall on your back and kind of crawl your way into some of the crawl spaces, and instead of like properly using your tools to make things out, you just grab onto bits of the sensor array system and just haul it out and huck it down by your shoes, and then just start manually wiring stuff. You can feel your hands tingling, like as if you got a complication. I was going to shock the heck out of you. Hook them together. You wire some stuff up. You disconnect other things, and eventually the sensor panel up front where Laurel is lights up, and you start seeing like actual sensor readings appearing on the screens.
Oh, great.
And you can kind of hear Thrall like shouting orders over the comms. So it's that's why your determination comes back. You know the command staff's around, so that's kind of giving you a bit more determination than usual.
The shuttle's not that big. They can probably see each other.
Yeah. That's why I'm in the
Yeah,
doorway, so I can pivot back and forth.
Probably turning and just shouting down the hall. Okay, there you are.
Oh, okay.
All right,
so
Ryloff, you're in the con chair.
yeah, I'm in the con chair. We've got sensors back. We're technically stable. Check for tactical reasons. Because we're hit
Is there
bad, and we
any
don't know
other?
what hit us yet.
Yeah, is there any other repairs I can do at this moment?
You could attempt to, if you were trying to swift task at the moment. Do you have 2 destroyed systems, 2 disabled? Destroyed requires space dock repairs typically.
Yeah,
It,
both of the damage
with the
systems are done.
Yeah.
with the communications being destroyed, would it still be possible to repair it enough to get out a standard distress, even if we can't establish two-way communications, or is like no communication possible?
Give me Insight Con difficulty 2. I can answer that, but not for free. Or give me 1 momentum as obtain information.
Just give you one for the free info.
Yeah,
I was
one of
about to say, my stats do not support making rolls.
The comm system that it occurs to all of you as you're all thinking about it, you're remembering your survival training that you got, and the KDF has its own version of survival training, but it's the same idea. It occurs
kill
to all
them
of you.
before you kill you.
Yeah, if the comm systems are destroyed, like destroyed, there's nothing salvageable. It's just twisted metal and plasma conduits. Like it's just gone. However, you are aboard a well-supplied Type 7, which could have an emergency distress beacon in storage.
I think all ships technically
Ah,
have
cool.
emergency distress beacons. You don't need to be well supplied for that, right?
No, you can
They're
because
normally tied into
the distress
communication.
system is the comm system.
Yeah,
If
if
the
you don't
comm
have
system
a
blows, there's no
subspace,
spare.
yeah, if you don't have a subspace antenna, that distress signal is going nowhere.
However, this
Unless
well-supplied shuttle has a big old remote, like you could pull it out and put it somewhere and fire off a subspace beacon.
Mm-hmm. Let's not do that yet. Well,
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to swift task.
because we don't know what's out there, and sending out a signal that says, "Hey, we're alive," might mean, "We're going to kill you now."
Oh, we didn't kill
Well,
you
then you
yet?
might
Oh,
wanna
come here.
do a general
Mhm.
sensor scan because
That's
we need to
what I
know
was
if there's
doing. I
anywhere
was
we
going
can
to do a
land.
tactical sweep of, hopefully not a science roll. Hopefully.
Oh, see, I was suggesting you do like a general sweep. That way we could see if there's enemies and see if there's a place we can land.
I've got a 1 science, but okay.
Reason plus science. Difficulty of... Okay, you did fix the sensors, so you can actually see.
Yes. Otherwise, I'd be manually looking out the front.
And, sorry, are you looking for anything specific, or are you doing a general sweep?
General.
General sweep, okay, so that...
We don't see anything right now, so.
Sensors plus science. Reasonable science, diff 0, assisted by sensors plus science.
Oh.
You're just doing a general sweep, so you can get a lot of information when your sensor systems are working.
This is, and you guys will be impressed when you see this roll. I've got to focus because investigative techniques. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
Are you rocking that 8 roll?
Oh no, it's not quite that bad.
It
It's a
doesn't help.
9.
It was quite that bad.
Well, I mean, it is diff 0.
It was a diff 0. I didn't fail.
Yeah.
Where is the thing I'm looking for? Close these.
Romulan cursing. String of curse words.
I mean, I think
Muckers.
Universal Translator will do it fast.
Yeah, but it sometimes doesn't translate friggin' Klingon ones. Also, it's had Romulan ones that don't get translated.
Also, it doesn't translate French curse words.
Yeah.
Generally, it doesn't
That's just
translate things when they're uh, need to be explained for plot reasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For plot reasons, these are not being translated.
Yes, Captain. It seems the censorship system is in overdrive this session.
Okay. No ships on sensors. That's great. 3 planets. 1 star. What do you want? Radiation or ice? Or main? The main world.
What was question? Sorry.
You've got red world, ice world, and then main world, which doesn't specify what it is.
It is considered a habitable world according to the sensors. For momentum, I can give you more information about that world.
can we
You should, 'cause
breathe?
yeah, he
Yeah.
may be saying habitable and meaning an L class, which
Yeah,
whatever.
it's probably an L class.
Like the sensors
An
are
L
like,
class we could still land on.
it is a habitable planet. To who, computer?
Yeah. To the Zindia Aquatic. Ha!
Yeah, we
'cause-
we have an Andorian and a Klingon on board. That habitable doesn't mean a lot to us.
That's true. That's true.
There is an ice world, if you would like that one, and there's a radiation
Yeah.
one for the Klingon.
We do like our contaminated atmosphere.
But yeah, we'll spend the one for whatever the hell the main one is.
Okay, stand by.
It's habitable, but the plants will eat you. That was a very reliable O.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Does it have a if you scan this world like a nuke gets shot at you or something?
The precursors decide to spite you. Incoming missiles.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, the atmosphere is an exotic gas mix. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
You have to have a respirator, but, you
Habitable.
know...
Well, we probably have
Standard-
respirators.
Standard
We do have a well-supplied
pressure,
shuttle.
Base world temperatures, Earth-like.
Meh, a little warm.
Wait, I think, wait a second, is this using... Celsius? This is using Celsius, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so that's habitable. By temperature standards. You just need a breathing mask. And its hydrosphere is hydrofluoric acid. 69%.
Oh.
69% of the planet is hydrofluoric acid.
Yes.
Wait.
That's where the gases are
That's
coming
not habitable.
That's not habitable.
There
That's
are ways to
like-
process
That's like dissolve your skin.
That's what replicators are for.
It's habitable
world is
if
this
you wear
habitable,
a full
computer?
body suit.
Yeah.
The sensors detect various farmsteads on the planet, as well as several strange structures. There also seems to be some sort of interstellar landing area.
Oh,
well, you know,
maybe they have like a spaceport where we don't need masks.
if there's an
Perhaps.
interstellar space area, you know, that means Prime Directive doesn't exactly matter that much.
I
In
mean,
terms of, you know, the don't disturb them because they're evolving their own way.
yeah,
Ooh.
there is some amount of contact we can determine.
Now that you've identified there are no hostile targets at present, I will drop you into yellow alert because
Yeah, if
you're
that
not
button
you're not
still
you're not
works.
you're not imminently dying.
Yeah.
So I wanted to drop you into yellow.
That is if that button still works.
Yep. Computers are turned on. You can change it.
If the
You have any
computers
color
weren't
alert
on, we
you
would have
want.
just been stuck on red alert.
New scene. Not that it matters for your momentum.
It does matter for some things.
It does. That's why I'm
Stress.
bringing-
Thank you.
People's stress, aside from the -5 that we're all currently still at.
I'm limping because of -5. Like goodness.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, I've got one technically 3 landable planets, and one of them is habited to some extent, but we can't communicate with them to tell no. Unless we pull out a
Um,
subspace communicator from the ship somewhere and set it up and get that
yeah. Can I look for a subspace communicator?
looking for as an engineering task.
I
Can
have
I
a
look
2 in
for a
engineering.
Insight
Insight
engineering,
engineering.
difficulty 2.
Otherwise, I have a stupid idea, but
Take a
I
3.
mean, you could help him.
Don't worry about the zones anymore. You've now stabilized things enough that you guys aren't in imminent danger. I'm presuming you're keeping your shields up at the very least because you don't know what's wrong yet. You don't know
Yeah.
where you are, so standard operating is keep your shields up.
No, someone else will have to look for it.
Unless Arlen was assisting with it.
yeah, I can assist. Starfleet protocols.
Yep.
Or technical insight.
Either would work here. What were you looking for again?
Subspace communicator.
See, why are you looking
Oh.
over there? It's over here.
No, it's not.
No.
No,
You don't
that's a
happen
hole
to
in the
have
wall.
you don't happen to have like the rocks and replicators or jury rig, do you?
I have jury rig.
I don't
I
remember
do
what
have
that,
jury rig.
does it let you do something useful?
In attempting engineering pass to perform repairs, you may reduce the difficulty by 2 to a maximum of 0. But
Oh, yeah,
that
that
means
would
that
help.
the repair task has to be possible.
And it's a temporary thing. The repair goes away the minute the scene ends, I believe. Unless you spend momentum to
Only
give it
lasts-
extra scenes.
Yep, only lasts the scene unless I have momentum to give it more. But
Okay, but yeah, not seeing any ships this means I'm not seeing the Achilles.
No.
Actually, I will
I
put you out to.
system scale. Yeah.
Now you can
Not
see
even
where
sure
you are.
which system this is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to try and figure out. I was going to computers and try and figure out like where are we? More generally.
Whoopsie. No. There we go. Markov.
Potentially using a focus in stellar cartography.
Give me reason plus science.
Not using a focus in stellar cartography because doesn't matter.
1 second. Cause something is in effect currently. I have to find it though. Would be this. Would be this. No, would be this. Turns into this. Oh, what am I doing? Sorry. It's not reason science. I'm wrong. It's reason con. My bad. Sorry.
Ah, that's much better.
Reason plus con. Difficulty 2. Assisted by sensors plus con.
All right. Stellar cartography focus.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna try to flat roll this. I think.
Would you like an assist?
Sure, I'll take an assist.
Then I'll direct you instead.
All right. I'll roll 2. All right then.
Figure out where the hell we are.
And the ship with sensors on. Cool. We generate one.
Yeah, so next time, let's not have Ireland pick the holiday destination.
Okay. What's that like Rainbow Road thing, GM?
Oh, the Rainbow Road. Wait, didn't I tell you
That's
about? No, I
the
didn't tell you guys
light.
about that.
Yeah, you did.
Yes. I
Okay.
don't know if I don't know if I did because I don't know what we ended the last episode. And now we're here. I don't know if he would have had the time to tell anyone.
For
what
one
happened.
momentum, that can Ryla can quickly explain what's being shown to
Yeah.
the commander.
Yeah. He's sitting right next to her anyway. So,
Okay.
or she's standing over his shoulder. I don't know.
Yeah, I've moved to a console at this point.
Yeah.
I'll take my engineering kit back if the captain is done with it.
Yeah, you can have it back. Next time, don't pass out.
But it would appear to be the path the golden ships are taking. Can't be exactly certain on that.
All right. Well,
That's for one.
it appears that we're in the Kappa sector.
Subsector.
Subsector, sorry. Yeah.
You're still in the Narendra sector.
Yeah.
We weren't near that, were we?
No. Gonna pull it up on the console and display.
Map. Oh. Yeah, no, okay. How did we get... Wouldn't that take weeks in this shuttle?
It should have, yes. What's the star date?
Hey,
What's the start date?
.601.026. Okay.
It would help if I remember what the last start date was.
Yeah, I'm going and checking what the last star date was.
601.02.6.
GM, would I estimate that I have hair or beard growth equal to the time it would take to travel that far?
insight medicine difficulty 2. 1. You know
I
your
have-
own hair. Or you give me one threat for obtaining information.
Otherwise. No, I like rolling when I have no stats to back it up. Take a threat.
Sure.
Oh, I realized I was going to give you a threat to roll the dice, which is an uncertain outcome when I could have just given you a threat to get the answer. So I'm not going to roll. I'm just going to take the answer.
Yeah.
The star date differential.
Oh, that's somewhat considerable, right?
It's like a couple days.
Yeah.
2.7 is a day.
Okay, that's still faster than what this shuttle should be able to make.
But it isn't it is a considerable amount of unaccounted for time.
I say I do not believe that is accurate. I do not think we have experienced any time.
Please elaborate, Lieutenant.
If we actually had traveled that distance, we would have noticed a change in, hair growth, a change in hygiene, change in what uniforms you're wearing, all of those things. None of those things have changed. So either we've experienced time dilation or that is not a reflection of reality. I do not believe we've actually experienced
Or we've
that
traveled
time.
through space and time.
Yes,
Actually, you always
time
travel
dilation.
through space and time.
God.
Yeah.
Or we were simply not of our own minds entirely. The time has passed, and being in danger or physically harmed is what broke us out of whatever was
They
inhabiting our
could be.
minds.
We could also have erased memories, but we don't have the equipment to or the personnel to establish that.
GM.
Agreed. We need to. Go ahead.
How about fuel? Do we have fuel?
Hold.
Can I? Nah.
Hold. Pend. GM question.
Yes. Considering Pend has had mental training, is it possible for him to reason out the more likely scenario and like figure out how we've got from point A to point B in an impossible situation's amount of time?
Too many variables. You lack data. This could be anything.
Can I look over or fuel consumption, see if that makes sense for if we left if the Achilles is fully stocked?
Reason engineering difficulty 1 as you take stock of as you examine the dilithium matrix in the core. How much of it's been
Technical
burned up,
insight.
if any? Yep.
Slight stretch here. I know my ship as a talent.
It would, actually, yep. This is one of your shuttles.
Okay. 2 threat for or 4th dice, and let's see if we can get some momentum.
Okay.
Hold reroll. And just bank all that momentum.
Nice.
Pen, give me insight command difficulty 2. I can give you at least a better estimate of what you need, what complications are in your way that are preventing you from rolling.
Yeah, because it's one of those like obviously, over time you passively gain enough information to make that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's what's insight command.
Yep.
Take a threat.
Roger.
Mental prowess.
Yes, in this case. This is you are demanding much of your brain to answer this question.
Tried and tested. It's not the first time I've been messed with mentally in some way or form.
You've had a long tenure aboard the Kismet and 5 years again on the Achilles, so you have a bit of experience behind you.
Sure does.
Okay, I'm going to answer the engineer's question first, then you.
What's that, difficulty 2?
Yep.
Yeah.
So down to 1. Spending 2 threats because of information I gave the engineer.
Looks like, based on the plasma degradation, we've been running at warp 7 for approximately 7 days, which is red line for the shuttle.
That should be beyond red line for this shuttle.
It's theoretically possible to go that fast. Not recommended for any longer than like 5 minutes, 30 minutes.
So 11 days is holy shit too long.
Yeah, like there's no that this thing's lucky to be in one piece.
So that's crazy even for me to attempt.
Mm-hmm. Past red line, push the red line. You could do it. You could make the shuttle do it. Jury rigging it the whole way.
Can I ask the computer for to bring up all of the recently recorded logs over the last 7 days?
You can reason plus science difficulty 2, assisted by computer science.
Uh, take 3 threat. 3 momentum, I mean.
I am typing information to you, Captain. I'm just processing while I'm talking.
No.
Those are the 3 things you require. Those are the 3 big data points that if you have those, you can start making some educated guesses. Without those, you could assume any number of things. And you could say it was Santa, it was a space jelly, it was Q, we did this, the Romulans did it. It's like, who knows? There's just too many variables, and those 3 are the key shatter points that if you get those, you could figure it out.
Well, one of those is still technically possible, but I need to actually do that.
So those momentum were spent. Ones that are out here.
No, so I spent those 3. The 3 on the board are the float from the roll.
Roger.
Could I spend those to achieve the navigational dump?
Stand by on that. More cop, give me. You still get assistance from the shuttle of computers plus science.
Oh, yeah.
To get that tactical dump, that navigational dump, I will take 2 of that momentum away from you because it's an advantage. So you have you're as people are working, you're kind of telling the computer to give a full printout to basically upload all its navigational data into a pad so you can read it. Because there's 11 days worth of data, so it's a lot to page through.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
More copy. You try to pull what data you can, but LCAR system is kind of annoying to use. You're getting irrelevant information, like and it's kind of confusing what you're pulling up. You're not even sure if you have the right files at the moment.
Is it possible with momentum to figure out if the logs exist, even if I'm having trouble accessing them?
As part of, I'll take that as a succeed at cost. I won't charge you for that.
Sure.
Yeah, the logs are there. It's just there's a lot there, and you're kind of you're not just pulling up what people have said in the logs. You've accidentally told the computer to give you extraneous information like tactical data, latest. What was the shield modulation? Like you're wasting time looking up stuff you don't need to look up.
Yeah, then I'll say I'm having trouble accessing logs, but it does look like there were logs recorded during the time frame, so possibly we have forgotten what happened.
All right.
That's reassuring.
Tronic is going to then try something, I think.
Roger.
I think going over the navigational dump from this system, I think the only things I'm lacking is where is or where the Achilles has gone to, or an update from the subsector. But apart from those are the two things I need to come up with a actual reason for why this is happening. We could get the information from the subsector if we can interact with the species on the... Did we get a name for that planet, Lieutenant Rylov?
It's got a number.
Okay.
D8A7768-3.
Well, if we can
You've
gain...
not been here before.
Well, that's fair. But if we can luckily get down to the surface, and if they are willing to trade information with us, it may give us an insight, or further insight, of how and why this has happened.
They might have seen something.
For now, Mr. Allen, can you jury rig some form of distress beacon?
I can see what I can do.
Check if
Rylov.
there's one on board first. But yeah.
Yeah, let's do a proper search or see if, because this show's supposed to be well stocked. Let's search for a distress beacon.
Unfortunately, you have your answer. The subspace communicator must have been blown into space. Because it's big. It's as tall as a person. If it was there, your security officer would have found it. Or sorry, a more cop would have found it. Should have said.
He's a security officer.
He is a security officer. That's true.
Yeah.
Pend, what I can tell you from that dump on a quick glance, to get where you are, rough guess tells you would have passed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 star systems between here and your last known location. You would need to spend like time studying what the sensors told you, but like a quick glance over, like, there's roughly 6 star systems between us and there that our sensors picked up. I would say at least one of them. I'm not going to say that for free. I'm going to ask you for Insight Con difficulty 2.
Okay.
There's some extra information that would be helpful. I would constitute as an advantage.
I'll spend my medal for a contest to reduce its difficulty 1.
Roger.
Focus in stellar cartography?
Yeah. Oh god, computer, don't do that. There you go.
And I'll spend a momentum.
For your edification, you're currently at nav point 1921 in the Kappa subsector.
Tarlik's gonna try something and trying to attune herself a little bit more into the kind of budding ESP with a traditional Andorian meditation. Well,
So you're gonna
traditional
ask
ANR
me
meditation.
you're gonna ask me a question.
Yeah, she's gonna try and remember what happened over the last 7 days.
I will resolve that roll in a moment. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Yeah,
Actually,
okay, that's what you'll like to hear.
You know what? I'll give you something to roll while the captain's thinking about what I've just told him.
Oh, exactly.
You get a very intense headache, and your antennae curl in pain.
Ooh,
As you
okay.
reach out.
Okay.
Captain, you can spend one momentum to learn about any of those sectors, or any of those star systems. Sorry.
Okay. I'll ask once Thorlick's not rolling around on the floor, holding their head.
So, quick question: can I use either command or con here instead of medicine, since I do kind of know what I'm doing, and that's been our previous established convention for psychic
Sure, I
stuff?
take command here. I'll take that.
Cool. It's definitely still fitness, though.
Oh yeah, you're withstanding a physical problem.
All right. The trait of tireless for enduring things.
Yeah, I'll take that. Diff 3.
All right. And yeah, I'm gonna spend some momentum here. I'll spend to roll 4 dice. And would a focus and observation help here?
Yes.
Okay. It was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling 4.
See, I didn't start with the sonic stuff. Thralic did it. You can't blame me, Pent.
Yeah, it's true.
Always even gonna bring it up.
I can
Alright,
blame
that is-
whoever I want to.
You can blame both of us. That's 3 hits there, so that's enough.
Do 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 do. Sending you information here, Thralic. Stand by.
Yeah, I'll give you the 2 and 3. I want all the information.
Teehee.
Just to say, if that's the case, Lieutenant Allen, could you locate us some rebreathers or some equipment for if we decide to land planet side?
Aye, sir. I would like to
Ins-
find rebreathers.
Insight engineering difficulty 2.
I know this ship, right?
You do.
And take 2 threat for that bold engineering.
What's left of
Pen, did you spend to learn about something, by the way? Sorry.
it? 2 and 3. I want all of the information.
2 and 3.
Or it'll be 2 and 4, wouldn't it?
Well, it's obtain information, 1 per star system.
Yes, it'll be 2 and 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 total.
Oh,
If you wanted all 5 star systems.
I count 6.
1, 2, 3. Where's the 6th one?
When we're in?
So you got Rafali, Mifapra, Tringy, Shustu, Kafia, and Papuu?
So that's 3
Plus you.
plus 2, which is 5. Yeah?
Hang on.
Look, we can't count.
Oh,
we can't do
yes.
basic
I
math.
can't count.
I'm counting
I can't
6
count
there.
Well, maybe I was trying to cheat you. How about that?
Like, I'm
In the
legitimately
opposite
counting
way?
6. Like, I'm not
Don't mind
losing
me,
my
I'm
fucking
just
mind.
gaslighting my players here. Don't mind. I'm just gonna. God's almighty.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking, which one's not a system?
One of these things is not like the other. All right then. So
Yeah, I'll say I can get my stuff passively while other people are doing shit. It's just I'm gonna ask for the entire lot.
yep. Okay. So to answer the question that was rolled, did someone roll to look for? Oh, did that happen already? Looking inside engineering to look for the rebreathers. That's not
We
happened.
haven't done that yet.
So
Please do
Throg's
not whiff
gonna
and have
stand
them
up
also blow up the space.
from the console and slightly stagger, but get her bearings back to get to where Pend is in the shuttle.
And the knife.
Penn isn't. He is. It seems the captain is intensely studying a pad as he's trying to pull up information and look over stuff and figure out what the hell he's reading.
Raised eyebrow.
Yeah, no, Ryla, you heard what Frolic said, like what I typed out in chat.
Yeah, raised eyebrow.
Uh-huh.
The not quite hidden look of what the fuck?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So she's gonna get back to Pend and say, Captain, I had some suspicions about what might have happened, so I decided to meditate on it, and I have some insight. It's a little vague, but you sent us here to, and this is a little hushed, to stop an armada.
Stop
And-
reading for a second.
This is worse than the Defiant being sent to stop an armada. What the hell, Pend?
Yeah.
This is a Type 7. We don't have guns.
Uh-huh. And then there was a rainbow light blinding, and then it all flashes away. Kind of winces slightly.
Did we go to the rainbow in the Achilles?
No, we definitely boarded this shuttle. I remember you ordering that.
Okay. Doesn't
It's
seem.
not. Like I said, it's not much, but we've been able to piece together things before, the two of us. With usually a bit more, but it's something.
Well, it doesn't seem tactically sound to try and stop an armada with a fucking shuttle.
Where's that ever stopped you?
Especially not this one, so perhaps it wasn't stopping it by force of intimidation. Or perhaps this was, stating the obvious there. Perhaps it was some mission secrecy.
So it looks like folks who do their strategy of ramming.
Yeah, do I remember giving that order?
No. You remember what you remember. What everything from last episode plus this one.
I don't doubt you, Commander, but as far as I can recollect, I didn't give an order like that.
As far as I believe any of us can recollect, we all woke up on a shuttlecraft at least 7 days travel away from our last known position, Captain. There's a amount of unaccounted for time there. and I don't have a complete accounting of it. I just have flashes, images of whatever I imprinted as important, I suppose.
I see. Well, thank you for the update in our situation.
Such that it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to the cockpit.
Let me know if anything else, if you pick up on anything else, or if you wish to take a specific course.
I will say that even recalling this much took a great deal of effort, Captain. Whatever blinded our memories was a substantial force or something that left some lingering imprint. I just kind of shrugged, like, I only know that I can do this. I don't exactly. Well, I'm not a Vulcan, sir.
Do you think you could do it through my mind? I've had
I'm
training
not my
for.
father.
Maybe if you feel up to it at a later date, maybe you can attempt to use my mind as a shield to go through that way, due to the mental training I've had.
I don't know, sir. I could try potentially, but I'm not a full telepath.
It might work with Varder.
Yeah. Basically. I'm. Takes a minute, like takes a breath, and then I'm going to get back to the cockpit and calm.
Understood.
Perhaps if we're set down and everything, I can try.
Well, once you decide how you wish to proceed, if you wish to proceed with further psionic adventures, just let me know.
Yes, sir. I'll head back to the bridge.
The
Bridge.
cockpit.
It's kind of like a bridge.
It is
Very
the
lofty
really.
name.
Yeah. To the place where the consoles are. Just gonna sit back down, not look over at Rylov, and get back to work.
Raised eyebrow.
Antenna, like, twitches slightly.
Don't worry, he'll just sit there and be paranoid. It's fine.
And then, after, like, a couple minutes... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Keep talking. I
Okay,
just
okay.
realized a question that the captain asked me.
After a couple minutes, she will, like, briefly turn to Rylov and say, Romulans have... Your minds are hardened against intrusion, yes?
Yes and no. That's a long
I
story, Commander.
Yeah. I understand. Or I don't need to completely. Something definitely affected our memories. And I was trying to figure that out through my own limited capabilities. I don't have much yet.
Mm-hmm. So
And I think she will actually relate the same basic gist to the security officer about what she remembered.
the security officer that just prior said, yeah, there was something coming this way, like the gold chip thing. So
Yeah, exactly.
kind of
Like,
knows.
like it makes some sense with what we know, but not much.
So, being told something through a dream,
Not
psionically,
quite a dream, but go ahead.
I don't know the proper nomenclature to explain whatever the hell is happening. If you talk to most Romulans, they would just say it's a violation.
Huh.
There's a reason we don't do psionics.
Fascinating. I'm sure that has a lot of history behind it.
Yes. It happens when your society is not free to do much for its entire existence. Your thoughts are private, and someone going into them is not exactly encouraged.
I can definitely respect that.
Now we're here, 7 days out of position, in an unarmed vessel that's about to fall apart.
Apparently on some sort of mission.
You would think if we're this badly damaged, it's already gone past us.
Agreed.
In fact, would the sensor logs be able to tell us what actually inflicted this damage? GM.
Question is, sorry.
Would the sensor logs be able to tell us what hit us? Which space truck did this to us?
Reason plus science or engineering.
Damn it.
Actually, I know what you're looking for. I know what question you're asking me. Tactical difficulty of 3. I have no reason to increase.
Give me security.
Wrong game. Sorry.
You're good.
Reason plus security. Difficulty 3. Assisted by computers plus security.
My reason's still fantastic. Constantly watching question mark?
No, not this time.
No.
Worth asking.
Yeah. Investigative techniques would work as a focus, I assume.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I mean, or paranoia.
That will, you can use it, but increases the difficulty by 1 and the comp range by 1.
It's nothing. Though I do have the trait and I can't avoid the trait, so if that does anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I'll spend, and I only would do one or the other, so I'm spending to make it both.
Damn it.
Fantastic.
Gotta love being paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a really fun trait so far.
Yeah, it's helped me, it's hindered me.
Mm-hmm. Good trait.
I think it's the most hindrance we've had out of any trait in this group so far, though.
Yeah, and I think we should have more traits like that. They're fun.
Diff 4 comp 2. Yeah, investigative techniques would work. I've got bold, at least. Oh, we don't have any momentum. Okay, so yeah. I'll give you 3.
3?
Yeah.
Just as a reminder, it's Insight Engineering difficulty 2 to find rebreathers and shuttle storage.
Okay, so that's 3. But I have my determination still. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
AFK still listening. Roger.
Don't forget the ship.
That was weird. My entire chart turned.
Computer security for you there, Ryloff.
Oh, right. The ship might actually help before I use a determination, huh?
Yep.
Good.
Oh, it's just a flat 6, so,
It might help.
You might want to ask assistance from your Cleon friend.
The Klingon does exist, yeah. Tragic.
That's yet to be determined.
Yeah.
With Morkow just gonna fade away.
Yeah, fade out of sight. I don't need to see you anymore. You wanna be going through these logs to see what hit us in a tactical sense?
Yes. This is why Morkow joined the exchange program to read Starfleet log.
Well, this is to see what big thing hit us, and I think that might still be interesting to a Klingon.
Big thing.
We have
Okay,
similar
I guess.
reason.
I'm tangentially interested. Focus in Starship Tactical Systems.
Yes.
Okay.
It's probably what hit us. Okay.
Nah.
Uh,
I'm willing to let you succeed at cost.
I was gonna say, the directive for piracy doesn't help in this case, I'm assuming.
No.
Rogue elements. I don't know what the heck this is, but we have no
Um,
directives that apply.
You know what? For the context of Starfleet, it would apply. Yes.
Hey. Okay. Are you shitting me? Okay, that's the game
amazing.
we want to play. I see roll 20. Okay. Well, you know what? We've got a milestone for the Pirates of Shipora.
Fair enough.
You do this to me again. There we go.
There you go.
I still didn't keep it, but goddamn, I was not about to let that stand.
Spending 2 threat.
I don't that.
So, according to your readings, certain things happen. Feel free to roleplay among yourselves while I give out information to the 2 security officers.
Commander,
Yes, sir.
what would be your assessment of us landing on the shall we say, acid planet with the landing zone?
If it would give us a chance to repair the ship more fully, I'd say it would be worth investigating. I am concerned that we know practically nothing about the civilization on the planet, as well as the fact that we would not be able to communicate as we were coming in, so we might risk provoking
If
whoever
I may
controls the
object,
spaceport.
hydrofluoric acid is going to be really bad for the shuttle structure. What little bit is left of it.
We're not landing in the acid.
Just my professional opinion.
Noted, Lieutenant.
So it's going to warp at this point.
A more complete scan of the facilities might allow us to get an idea of what we'd be expected to deal with down there, whether the acidic nature of the liquid cycle on the planet would prove to be problematic, and potentially what kind of defenses we might accidentally engage.
What issues with the Prime Directive do you see applying?
Well, if the established spaceport is not in fact native to the planet and is of an extraterrestrial origin, we might be engaging with some form of primitive society that has had only limited contact. But the presence of such a facility does indicate that some contamination has occurred previously, so I don't believe we'd be in breach of the Prime Directive, Captain.
Captain?
But it would be a delicate matter.
Yep.
We were hit by a weapons attack. Morkoth, you're seeing the same read. That's correct.
Um, from what I can tell, this is a very similar attack to what Odajo fought uh,
Mm-hmm.
recently in his battle.
A
They fought a golden side ship, and
kinetic impact followed by a sonic blast.
Some sort of
it's
torpedo.
indeterminate whether it is actually a golden ship, but it looks very similar.
I
If
think
we
that
were
was
able to get into contact with the Maylock, we might actually be able to determine if this was a golden ship.
well, we don't have senses or communications rather,
They don't have
so that would be
communications.
difficult. But from everything we've got so far, I would say it's safe to assume it was a golden ship. From extreme range, which would be beyond our sensor sweep, so it could still be out there.
Hmm.
Not that we could do anything about it.
Well,
The
I've
golden ship that Oda fought didn't retreat when it had taken significant damage and still faced a fleet of ships. I think it would not have retreated attacking us unless it's not aware we are still around or it's not interested in us. I do not believe it would be lurking nearby.
We do not know enough about these people to say for certain.
well,
No, but the limited experience we have suggests that they would either destroy us or leave.
They may think we're dead.
well, as it stands, I've been going over the navigational dump from the system about the 6 previous systems we have passed through to get to this point. Some of them have subspace relays, they have interstellar trading ports, they have naval presence, which at this stage we have no idea whether that's friend or foe. But we're at a situation of lots of questions and very few answers. So, talking to the
Great.
commander, I believe it's worthwhile for us to set, if we can, try and rig some form of a SOS on board of the ship, whether it's via flashing lights or any other form. But I believe we do need to try and land and take a chance.
Believe flight patterns that would display distress are not exactly uncommon among spacefaring races. Simply performing one of those and hoping they get the message may well work. Especially if they have any sensor capabilities that be able to tell that this vessel is badly damaged.
We could also enter orbit of that planet and get a more detailed scan. But as it
We're
stands,
already in orbit above the planet.
or let's try and do a more detailed scan.
Agreed.
Detailed scan. What are you looking for?
I guess trying to get like capabilities of the spaceport or the ground port.
The interstellar landing pad.
Oh hell. Um. Jeez, is it even that high? No. But I can do that. Right. Because that hasn't gone away.
Inspiring.
I will notify you as you do your second round of sensor sweeps that it would seem the Shackleton Expanse is expressing its annoying tendencies through a predominant electromagnetic disturbance that is muddling your sensor data. But so that makes it a reason science or engineering, difficulty 3, assisted by sensors, plus science or engineering. This could be a con roll, arguably. I will say that because you are identifying a starport, and a downport's a downport's a downport. It's a flat bit of land where you land stuff. Eventually you can't reinvent the wheel. One hopes.
Okay. Now, everyone can keep having me do reason rolls, or someone else could do it.
Well,
I think either Pend or Arlen would be better than either of us on that.
well, I
I
think
have an 8.
well, I think we'll have Arlen do the rebreather roll first,
Yeah.
which is a insight engineering difficulty 2 task. If he's still here.
Alright, I can do that. I know this ship, don't I?
Yep.
Alright, and take 2 threat for a 4th dice, and that beautiful boldness,
Roger.
and Forte and Starfleet protocols.
Yep.
Let's fish. Reroll that. Or not.
I'll squash.
No,
He is a
hold on.
Boolean.
1 second. I am a Boolean. 1 moment. Okay, now we have squash.
Okay, and
Just looking for trying to be cute.
I'll attempt the sensor scan. Reason roll, get a free reroll. Lead by example.
No.
Strategy and tactics.
Yeah. I'd take that.
Take a threat.
Roger.
I'll reroll the 0.
Okay, so far you have it without the ship's help.
And sensors engineering. Ooh, I'm rolling a 6.
I love shuttles when you have to roll for them. It's like, it's so
They're
terrible.
absolute shit, but when you hit something, it's like, yeah!
Like, I'm doing all of this myself. Except for sometimes.
And you just feel so proud of the shuttle for actually accomplishing something.
Dude, I feel proud of the shuttle when it doesn't crit fail.
Yeah, fair.
I promise I will start helping as soon as we need to punch something or do Klingon yoga.
Any of those 2 possibilities.
Or fire torpedoes. Oh, wait.
I guess technically I can help if we do tactical things in a small unit.
Well, this is not a fantastic port.
Ooh, so we have a chance of doing tactical things in a small unit.
Well,
Like
they
firefight.
can do minor repairs. It isn't a major port, and it seems their fuel supply is primarily hydrogen.
Well, that won't help us, particularly.
No, but it gives us the possibility of maybe looking at some minor repairs, and if there are people there reaching out and trying to reach some form of, I don't know, we're at a stage now where we just need to proceed and gain answers.
Agreed. What about complications from the acidic liquid component? Will we need to worry about those dirt side at the landing area?
GM.
That would be a momentum spent.
Take
or
a
in this
threat.
case, a threat spend. Yep. Are they that advanced? Before I say that to you. um. Oh right, I remember that's the world's about now. I remember.
It does look like there's a controlled environment nearby. Looks like a prefab city.
Well, city's a strong word. There's like
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 7 buildings. 8, sorry, including the port, including the plate where you unload.
A village.
Yeah.
But there does seem like somewhere we would have some cover from the local atmosphere.
All right. Lieutenant Arlen, at these concentrations, would the acidic rainfall prove problematic for enacting repairs on the shuttle?
I suppose I could do a thonk of that.
See, I can just see Arlen saying that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just going to copy this information onto like a screen for everyone to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Technical insights as a focus,
Yeah, that's fair.
and I know the ship.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Take 2 threat for 4 dice.
Sure.
Wrong one.
There we go. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it this time.
4 momentum generated. Where the hell are you?
Clearly, the acid rain will just help us fix our hull by melting everything together.
Yeah, we can use it as a welding substitute.
Well, it really depends how acidic it is, you know?
And the concentration. Concentration also
Yeah.
matters.
Exactly. Well, that's kind of what I mean by how acidic it is. Like, how much of
Yeah.
the liquid.
Yes, is the answer.
Okay.
Oh God Almighty! Can't type shield.
It has shelding.
Yeah. Keep in mind that this thing's. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah. The Duranium will stand up to it. It's more the repair crew that we'll have to worry about. But if we have shields or EVA suits, we should be able to at least stand out there long
All
enough
right.
to patch some holes.
Then I would advise us trying to set down and with whatever we can do to get this ship in more of a flying fashion, Lieutenant, will help.
Another thing we can do is we can modulate the shields once we're down there to set up a energy curtain that will shield us from the rain.
All right.
Sci-fi umbrella.
Yeah, yeah, basically. Well, then that would be my concerns with the proposed plan, Captain. I think we should proceed.
Agreed. Mr. Rylov, are you confident in taking us down to the planet? Or would you prefer someone else to take point?
I'm rated to fly functional vessels, sir, if that's what you're asking.
I mean, if you're not confident, I can take it off you just to show you up, but I want to know if you can do it.
Hey, it's nearly functional.
Yeah, I'll look at the pilot and say, well, I mean, today is a good day to die.
We're trying to ram the starport. Oh, what's the difficulty?
You'd probably take it out.
Mm-hmm.
Antimatter explosion on a small starport. Yeah,
It's gone.
Yeah, plus there's a hydrogen like fuel source right next to it as well.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
Light
they're
that up.
gone. So if you wish to land, I'm gonna change the music here briefly. New scene. Actually, you're not descending yet. You just want to know the difficulty. I'm sorry. You get to know the difficulty first before you try. I'm sorry.
Look at him trying to jip us of momentum.
Hey, watch it.
That's true.
You're looking at. The navigation panel warns you of a problem. It seems that the gravimetric eddies in this part of the Shackleton Expanse are intensifying. So flying around is actually a bit harder than usual.
All the more reason to try and land. Instead of staying in orbit.
Yeah, Eddie is about to tear us apart.
Oh, damn it, Eddie.
But where's Ed and Ned?
Long dead.
Nah. It would be. Daring plus con, my engines plus con, difficulty 4, base 2 to just land because there's no tractor system. You just kind of have to land yourself with no help, no automated systems. You're manually landing this thing, and the gravimetric eddies are occasionally yanking the ship in random directions. So gravity is not reliable.
I've got the same score as you, Pen. Go away.
3 of us have the same score in this.
It's just whose responsibility is
also
it
have
if the
that.
ship crashes?
I've still got the record of I have never crashed a goddamn ship.
You wanna
I have,
you
but
wanna
that's
test that
because-
record?
Yeah,
Yeah, screw
I
it.
have Estorissa.
I'll test that. I'll keep. Yeah, I'll.
The only reason I have Estorissa is because Praxis started to spend like 10 threat to be like, yeah, you get hit by a rock anyway.
Lots of GM crashing a ship.
Yeah.
Spend 2 threat to make this a 1-seater.
Yeah, screw it.
Or, the other seat got shot.
That too. There
would-
was a seat. See that big burning fire over there? Yeah, that was the seat. There's
You
no
could say
controls
it's
there
the
anymore.
Hot seat.
Hot seat.
Yeah, I'm piling it down. I've never crashed a ship, and I'm not gonna start now.
Yes, you are.
No matter what
I
GM
want you
bullshit
to.
he throws at me.
Challenge accepted. Spends 5 more threat.
Yeah, fucking go for it.
So you're attempting to descend toward the planet?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. As you start descending toward the planet,
New scene.
new scene. Yep.
Theft.
So we get that 5 stress back, right?
No.
You haven't slept.
Darn it. But it's a new scene. Stress resets.
But this
injury.
is from exhaustion.
Yeah. This is different.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually hear the wind whistling by the shuttle because there's force fields, not deck plating and duranium separating you from the outside world. The whirling winds of the exotic gases, your shields buzzing with energy. And as you descend toward the landing port, You see the big runway. You see guide lights in the middle of this field.
Do not hug the warp core.
I am hugging the warp core. It's a good luck charm, man.
Yeah, I think
That's
Morph
like-
always wanted to do an atmospheric dive. This is close enough.
At the corners of the runway, huge columns jut out from the ground. Small spheres start crackling with energy and snap out toward the shuttle.
Are they shooting at us?
Yes.
Yeah, that was foreseeable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why your shields are up. To be fair.
but it's also
Well, we had no way to tell them, don't shoot.
it's also one of those we don't really have a lot of options, so we're going down.
We're going down one way or
Well,
another.
we might be going down.
We're going
an
down one way
earlier
or
round?
another.
That's a bit of threat.
He just wants to hit us.
I mean, also, if you shoot me down, that's not me crashing.
I know.
It's gravity assisted.
Precisely.
All crashing is gravity assisted.
I'm just
No, you can crash in space.
I'm just falling with style.
Well, that's microgravity. It's still
Yeah. It's a very small assist.
Oh, good golly, it's not that.
It only costs 6 if you want to roll full dice. If you roll so many goddamn comps, I'll be so happy.
There we
The
go.
lightning
That's
guns
what-
start shooting each other.
The weapons destroy themselves.
Yay!
No. No. Well, hey, maybe I'll miss. Who knows?
Oh, that's a no-no for us. How did they have that? Who
So
put that
there
here?
is a chance here. If they take down our shields and go both to engines, or even one structure,
No.
one engine.
No, we're not gonna get one shot. I can prevent us from getting one shot.
So that's just the damage of the attack lancing out at you. Presumably, you're gonna bank and try not to get hit. So I actually have
Also,
to. I assume you're not letting me hit you.
I
This is
assume
one-
no.
No.
So
normally I'd be worried about something with piercing too, but in a shuttle it doesn't particularly matter.
No.
Yeah.
It gets rid of our one resistance.
So I think they hit.
You couldn't be polite and miss.
hey, I'm mean to myself when I play solo games. So forget you.
Just depends on if is only the one hitting.
That just hits you. Yep.
Well, considering we're a small craft.
Yeah,
These
small
are designed
craft
to
is
deal with
different.
small craft, trying to force their way onto the landing.
It was worth a go.
Yep, worth asking. If it was a bigger ship, you're totally right. I would have had an increased difficulty, but. So that all said, here comes the damage.
I mean, the piercing does fuck all at this stage.
No, that's full
2,
vicious.
4,
Yeah.
6, 8, 10.
Rip the ship.
So
2 breaches by my count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
Well,
wait,
shields
I'm
go
dumb.
down.
This is accurate. I get to reroll those. I get to reroll those d20. I'm dumb.
Oh God.
There, I got 1 threat.
Look at you.
Um.
As the electric arcs zip out and just rip into the shield and pop the shields and start ripping into the shuttle.
Yeah, I can stop one of these breaches, but I can't stop both of them.
How much Did you gain any threat?
1.
I gained 1 threat. Yeah.
1 threat.
Oh, you only have 1 threat?
Can I use my mail
Yeah.
to reduce damage on the shuttle?
Oh.
What middle is it?
I don't think it says you can do that. I think it's
No,
just
it's
damage
for
to yourself.
you. It has to
Um,
specify preserve shields or protects the ship, something
Yeah.
like that.
Can I,
Um,
what's this injury?
Good news is he can't do devastating attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the Carriger Order of Heroism, you could just nullify a breach.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna use my Carrigan Order of Heroism and my precautions here to nullify both those breaches.
We need momentum for that, for the Carriger one, I believe.
We have 3.
We have 3.
2 momentum or you suffer a personal complication.
Yeah, well, I'll spend 2 momentum and then also use my precautions here to say that the ship is flashing some like signals on its exterior lights, and we've been maneuvering in such a way that's like this ship doesn't look like it's forcing an attack. So even though they did, shoot us, they kind of veered off at the last minute because like what?
Yeah, they weren't shooting to kill. They're probably shooting to kit your engine or something. Like they weren't trying
Yeah.
to kill you.
And then they're realizing, wait, that's like all they have left is an engine.
Yeah,
Your
basically.
shields can take it, right? Rip. Like, oh god, no.
the shields go away, but we don't suffer any breaches.
They started the fight. They shot at you. Combat goes to you. You're currently in an atmosphere, near the starport.
I would like to land.
Okay. The difficulty is the same. Diff 4. Daring
Yeah,
con
sure.
plus engines con.
Yeah.
Maybe try and land somewhere that looks like the least threatening, like far away from the buildings, under the watch of the
Nosedive, that
towers.
looks least threatening.
That's not true.
If we are crashed into the ground and can't do anything, then we're not threatening.
Would you allow
Crash
to
into
try
the
and
airplane.
test it? Because I have been a con officer and I have never crashed a goddamn shuttle.
You've probably even done combat drops before, under fire. So yeah, I'd buy that.
Composure focus?
In this case, yeah.
The
I'm not gonna do
4.
that.
I'm going to spend 1 and give 2.
Roger.
What is it?
Yeah.
Engines con. And we gained 1.
Alright.
Good ship.
Good ship.
Pat it on the head. It might not have one for long.
So if this is the starport, where on the runways are you landing? I'll know that the attacks are coming from like the farthest point of the runway. Because these guys are assuming that you're using wheels to land and glide in, not using thrusters to kind of glide into place.
I probably won't land, like, right next to them, but I'll probably land, say,
Just land at the circle.
just off.
So like here?
Yes, like, going by the map in Discord, the equivalent of the circle.
Oh, you're going to where so more like here, essentially.
Yeah.
Manners and all. Clearly aim for the circle.
This
That's
is
what that
yeah,
means,
This is,
right?
this is the touchdown area.
Yeah.
It's
You've
also
landed.
like not a combat landing area.
Yeah, you've landed at. You see an area that has blinking lights in the circle. Where you land. That you get the feeling you recognize that as a sort of semi-universal if you're a vertical landing vehicle, this is where you're supposed to land. The runways are for planes that are lifting off and landing. This is where a shuttle's supposed to land until control gets to you. You have managed to land the shuttle. They don't shoot at you some more. You kind of guess why, because if they miss, they're gonna hit themselves. They're gonna hit the city. So
Well, the hydrogen fuel. Wouldn't that be funny?
Who would make us very dead, I think.
Make them very dead too.
Frog's gonna. Did we find those rebreathers?
We did.
Yep.
Is that roll ever
Yeah.
made? Okay, cool.
Stick one on, stand outside the shuttle, put your hands up.
Basically,
well,
yeah.
Well, combat's still in effect. They're just not shooting at you with the cannons.
right.
So
Now they're
the
gonna
captain
shoot
just
us.
landed the shuttle. Your shields are up current. Well, your shields were up. So never mind. You've landed.
Yeah.
Well, they were down anyway.
Yeah. Do you wish to
Yeah.
keep or swift?
We've got quick to action.
You could keep for free if you wish.
I
Oh,
would like
I do have
to
a-
keep. Oh, go ahead.
I do have a question. I may have not noticed when you did this. Why do I have a little fire gas symbol?
Oh, you drank some Rectitino. You're in a good mood.
Oh,
You're on
That's
fire.
okay.
Or I'm imagining you still have the cup in your hand and it's steaming.
That's very. That seems like a very
During a
Klingon behavior.
landing.
During being fired upon in a landing.
Yeah, we're being fired upon while landing. He's like, this is just like
Hey,
landing on Kronos.
Yeah, if Arlen is still kind of looking like he's holding on to the warp core, I'll offer Arlen a little double Ractatino Boris hold deliver.
I would like to try and like swift and
You mean keep?
Well,
keep.
quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quick. That one. One of the words that means I'd like to do a thing.
Okay.
And like rebreather on and like move towards the back of the shuttle. Prepare to try and offer like some attempt at communication.
Like, hands out and up.
Wave your
Yeah.
hands, shouting, "Don't shoot!"
Basically, yeah, because hey, I have a translator. They might not.
Just
but
wave the white flag.
Give me.
Don't think that's universal.
Presence plus security.
They're not the space French.
Difficulty 5, because you don't know what language these things speak, if any, or if they're psionic, or if they're robots, or if they're sentient rocks. You have no
That's why
clue.
I just
So you're trying to look as non-threatening as universally as possible. But you could, if you get that across, most species probably won't kill you. Or if they're the kind of species that kills weaklings, then you're also taking that extra step of looking not too weak, just in case.
Yeah.
Because a Klingon might go, weaklings kick. They wouldn't kill you, because Klingons won't kill weaklings.
Kick us.
I mean, they will if they want some
Trouble.
fun.
Well, those are, yeah. Not very honorable to kill someone who's weaker than you.
Can I apply a focus here in military history?
You could.
All right.
Also, I'm going to increase your complication range to 2, because you have a, as I recall, you have a trait.
Which one?
And that would be a military family. The proud Thralic is surrendering.
I'm not surrendering. I'm making peaceful overtures. There's a difference.
Okay,
Overtures in which
fine.
he's putting down his weapon.
Comp 1. Fair enough.
Taking away the
Just
GM's
check if
fun.
you were surrendering, that's all.
I specifically am not surrendering. I'm trying to establish communication. I'm trying to establish a rapport.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
checking.
Would you like an assist?
Sure. Take an
That will
assist.
burn your action, security officer.
I generally Starfleet people don't like it when you start shooting, so I doubt shooting is going to happen.
Hmm.
So you go out there, rebreathe her on, start mimicking the gestures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Although
my Klingon
speaking
gestures
of
won't help
traits here.
in making food.
Yeah, speaking of not gestures, traits here. Would Hoplite Commander or ESP help? As in, like, the Hoplites are now a hazard team that is using multiple.
I will take it because you have a security guy with you.
All right.
So diff 4 then in that case.
Yeah.
If we want to make these gestures more fluid, would my bra help?
I'll have to say no.
Okay.
Let's do the
And then
I
I'm
got
guessing
limited
it's
resources here.
the martial arts. Let's go.
Tai Chi.
I'm guessing it's a
movements.
no on ESP there, GM.
1 second.
Yep.
It will. Diff 3.
All right. Diff 3. Cool.
You get you get a feeling radiating off these people. You're not
All
quite
right.
sure what you're feeling, but you're kind of getting guidance as what's making them happy and what's not.
I'm gonna spend a momentum here for a third die, and roll 3. Well, I have a comp. What do I want to do about that?
Preferably get rid of it because we're trying to not get shot.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna try and get rid of it. Just checking if I have anything aside from determination to use for that. No, I just have determination to use for that.
I mean, mission directive kicks in. We're literally trying to make for prime directive.
Would Prime Directive? I don't think Prime Directive would work here.
Trying to peacefully and friendly interact with
No
any
identification of self or mission, no interference with social development of said planet, no references to space or the fact there are other worlds or more advanced civilizations. No starship may interfere with the normal development of any alien life or society. If anything, you'd be challenging Prime Directive. You're not violating it, but you could challenge it here.
And we don't.
Your
have
mission
our
isn't
other
to encounter new civilizations. That's not one of your directives. Your
Yeah.
directives so far are chart stars, fight rogue elements, and provide aid.
Okay.
The prime directive is you. If you were trying to make sure they can find you, or you're trying to hide the shuttle, prime directive would kick in then because you're trying to minimize your impact on the society.
Yeah, I think I have 3 possible values that would work here. So either I am the voice of my crew for first option.
You have that as a value?
Yeah, I have that as value.
The surprise is audible.
I will take that. Yep.
All right. It's one of the ones I haven't used before, so at least not in the Achilles game. Rerolling 1. All right.
You fall out of combat as you notice no one is charging out to shoot at you, and you notice that the pillars are still up and crackling, and then they slowly power down. The pillars stay up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still obviously on guard. I'm assuming. Like peacefully flexes.
That's what we were doing, right?
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
So
everyone
then-
rebreathers.
Madarin. You hear a voice booming from the city. Madarin. Madarin Litsu?
I'm gonna try to like pull up my like pad and comm badge and engage a more thorough translator program
Oh,
than just the standard one that's running?
yep, that is an extended task. Funny you should mention
Oh,
it.
yeah. Well,
If I could find the damn thing, there it is.
Moorcop is aware that they taught linguistics at the academy, and that's about the extent of his knowledge.
Did he even go
I
to
guess
the
I have a
academy?
con of 2. I don't know.
He went to the Klingon Academy.
Oh, well then there they more focused on converting the conquered population to your language rather
Anatomy.
than yeah.
Where to stab hostile aliens.
Well, you need to know how to tell them to talk in your language and lose their own language.
Yeah.
Imperialism.
Yeah. It's in the name.
Yeah.
And is Moorcop actually a lieutenant junior grade, or is he like a so?
He'd be a Sog, but they converted him into. They said, "How many years you've been serving
Okay.
KDF? What your skill level?" It's like, okay, we'll call you Lieutenant Junior grade for
Okay,
ease
because
of use.
I know
And
we
they actually,
don't call Grill or whatever her name is Law. We call her Commander.
yeah. And Moorcop is actually permitted to wear a Starfleet uniform more for ease of glance, real quick. Your security. Let's go.
Oh.
He's part of the exchange program. You're practically part of the crew.
Yeah, except
Let's
the Starfleet
see.
officers are not allowed to wear a KDF uniform on the Klingon ship.
She
Very
does wear a. She does wear a. Our exchange officer does wear a Starfleet uniform.
Yeah.
Yep. If she wants, she can wear the Klingon uniform. But again, it's one of the among Klingons. It's one of those. No. Keep that on. That helps
Oh, to
us.
keep talk. I mean, we
If
might
you want to wear the
eventually
armor,
use.
sure. But
We might eventually use Restai and just make her Klingon in general, but you never know.
All right, so we've got this. Is there any way this could be con instead of science?
I could at
Or
least to
like
get that
either
first
or?
magnitude, yeah,
Yeah.
to do to try to stay at very basic terminology like shuttle, pilot,
Com's
very
gone.
very common interstellar terminology.
Yeah.
Do you want to assist with that?
Yeah, because I've got reason con of 11.
I've got a
Lean
14.
out the back of the shuttle and start calling out.
Yeah. Sure, if you want to, now that I've established some amount of not them shooting at us, take it a step further. Because that was my main reason for Thrall going out. It's like, nope, not putting the captain in that line of fire right away.
Sure, I'll take point if people wish to assist.
All right. Yeah, I'll assist here.
So you're stepping out into the open?
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, you keep saying that.
I assume you're putting on a rebreather.
Yes, I gave the order, everyone rebreather.
Is anyone refusing the order and facing a court martial over it?
Yes, I like
I mean,
to take
Court
this.
Given the
martial
current
is
state of the
least
world?
our concerns.
I enjoy spicy air, thank you very much.
Lemon flavored.
And that was the last thing he smelled.
Yeah.
I got dark. Sorry about that.
Hey, he lost his sense of smell.
He also lost his nose.
Oh God.
Oh.
It focuses
Isn't loss of sense of smell the first or symptom?
diplomacy. I mean, it's the basic opening diplomatic stance of learning
Yeah.
their language.
Yeah.
I mean, if not, I've got others.
No, I'll take it. I had to sell myself on it for a second.
Mental imaging allows me a free reroll on reason rolls. Waha.
As you start you start saying some words to you're trying to get them to talk so the translator can pick up something. But you're trying to stay at words the translator has an easier time getting.
Oh, it's probably the first time I'm going to be able to, or probably the only time I'll ever be able to use this. But mental imaging has a second use.
Mm-hmm.
One sec.
You're not a subject of time pressure currently.
I know, well, kind of an extended task, but yeah.
Yep. It is an extended task, but you're not working against a ticking clock. It's more this takes time to do.
All right.
The translator needs time to be exposed to the language.
Yeah. It just was it's
like scrutinize 2 or progression 1.
I think scrutinize is for resistance.
Yeah, scrutinize is resistance.
And what's the other one?
It's basically vicious.
Well, I'll only be rolling 5, which I'll let you pick. Either way.
Well, scrutinize 2 just gets rid of the resistance.
Okay,
Basically,
we'll do that then.
So, I think it's better.
So we'll go.
Or it's more guaranteed, at least.
Yeah. And would you say this is to prevent violence if we say the wrong things?
That was the last roll, unfortunately.
I know, I was just trying to use my palm leaves.
Yeah. Continue through. I'm going to think about something.
Okay. Well, I'll proc my Starcross, so I'll have a crit range of 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I might as well just get this stuff used because there's not a lot of keeping it left over.
Hmm.
And I think I'll just spend 2 and give 1.
Okay.
Would you allow commanding presence as a trait?
That doesn't help you here. Not hurting you, but it's not helping.
There. Okay, let's see how it goes. So, the third dice is a crit.
Okay.
Alright, then I'm going to roll my assist here. With team dynamics or observation as a focus.
Yes. Totally.
And I'm going to re-roll that from maximized efficiency.
Roger.
Well, all right. Sometimes the maximized efficiency reroll doesn't help.
Yeah. And it's
You hit the difficulty.
So it's 5.
5 challenge dice. With vicious progression, basically?
I think we'll go
no,
into
we went for
scrutinize.
scrutinize.
Move for scrutinize? Okay, so you're trying to nail it. You're trying to push the resistance away. Get 1 delta and it's gone, basically.
Yeah, there we go.
1, 2,
Should count for
3,
progression.
5. 5 work. Gets you 1 magnitude. Reduces difficulty the next time you try this. Down to 3. Identify you.
Friendly, in distress, ship damaged. Starfleet.
You, Starfleet?
Yes. Friendly, no hostile.
Currency. have currency. There's other words being said, but the translator is just, you're hearing other words and it means nothing to you.
Confusion, negotiation.
Barter? You barter?
Uh,
?
Possibility.
Wait.
Understood.
Can I like go look in the shuttle for not useless,
Yeah.
but useful bits and bobs we can trade, like a phaser rifle and
Hmm.
spare battery?
Probably not that one.
Okay,
Like,
Probably not the
just
phaser
the
rifle.
useless
battery
things
thing.
like your Federation phasers, and it's like, no.
Maybe like a hypo spanner or some shit.
Like, I don't even know why y'all have these things. They bounce off of armor. You couldn't kill a target with one of these things.
You can't.
Just hit it in the eyes, all.
I have it on very good authority from several professors at the Klingon Academy. Federation phasers are useless.
Commander,
actually-
I know
that
one
later.
professor who took down a whole company of Federation soldiers.
Commander, could you
You talk about it
download
all the time.
information from our system what we could possibly trade?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Like, go to the shuttle and like.
Insight
Use-
engineering, difficulty 2 to find trade goods. This is the downside of not having your main ship with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask the commander to also look for data we could freely trade.
That would be insight plus con. Yep. Difficulty
Yeah.
2.
Like, we don't want to do the Andromeda and just sell everyone's fucking data. Just stuff that we are allowed to and within reason.
It's not the worst thing the Andromeda did.
No.
Yeah, no shit.
Not the worst thing they've done, but that's not exactly a
It's like-
high bar now, is it?
Strategy and tactics here for
Sure.
that roll.
I'd take
Alright.
that.
I'll spend 1 momentum there for a third die. There we go.
Willing to take alloys. Willing to take information.
Can I just like put all the useful bits and bobs I found in like a satchel or something and go like shake them and kind of like let them look in the bag?
And they're not close to us right now.
No, you're
Well,
just
if
being
I
shouted
open
at
the
by
bag,
PAs.
if I assume they can see us. If I kind of like open the bag and maybe take things out, can I display the things like a salesperson?
Yeah, like a trader, you lay them on the floor on the runway and kind of lay them out, like
Yeah.
the obvious gesture of I am willing to trade these.
Like, this is a toaster. You put toast in it. Press
This
the
is a
There's some
button.
toaster.
people that will kill for toasters, so
Yeah.
So it seems you have found trade goods and you're able to pull some basic cultural data and minor navigational not navigational but interstellar knowledge that doesn't improve anyone's tech level, but most people would appreciate it. And Starfleet generally finds people like this sort of information.
Then,
Sometimes stuff like here's how to make a lute, or here's how to do ice carving. Some cultures like that. Other things like here's a recipe, here's a book of a great cultural, here's a fiction book or a nonfiction book. Who knows?
Yeah.
Here's how quantum torpedoes work.
Yeah, you
No,
probably
not
don't
that
give
one.
that away.
but well, are we just shouting this back at him?
Yep, you're being talked to by
Okay.
PA system.
Then
Imagine you're out in the middle of the tarmac near an airport and the PA system's yelling at you.
okay, fair enough. Then respond with trade, yes. Future trade, yes. Need assistance.
What trade? What offering? Question mark. You can tell you actually start realizing that they're simplifying their language too, as if they're used to talking to aliens who don't speak their language. So they seem to be familiar with interstellar interactions like this, first contact protocols.
Yeah.
Or they have some version of theirs anyway.
Information, alloy, future, more.
Give me presence command, difficulty. It's opposed. As you're haggling over the information of that, you're trying to get repairs out of them without having to give up too much information or too much of your alloys, because you probably still need that for other stuff on the shuttle. You don't want to give away everything.
Well, it's not just that. We can also, if we get here with a actual ship that's not in tatters, just give them a little bit extra as a thank you for the assistance.
Buying all the dice I can, because I want to get as much as I can off you aliens. Give me all you got. You're pulling all kinds of cool stuff out of there. Sure, I want all of it.
All right. Would you allow commanding presence now?
Yes, but I cancel it out due to a trait I have.
Well,
But you did cancel me out, though. You did cancel me out back. So they were going to do something that's like, aha, I got an advantage, but I don't have it now.
Diplomacy focus.
Yep. The hell is that? What do you want, Phil?
That's
I
probably
think you
my
could use your trait of left leg cybernetic here.
Oh, maybe.
I'll give you my leg. It was an arm and a leg that fixed this shuttle.
I quite literally don't have a leg to stand on.
I was thinking more as like legitimately you might be able to use that as like, look, we could help you with medical
Medicals,
technology
yeah.
here.
Would you like pull my pants leg up and go, ooh, leg?
No, that does not seem to be tempting to them.
Just one thing go.
Do they want to learn tactics or war?
They are willing to give information, so you could assist with this role.
Yeah, but not weaponry. That's off the table immediately.
Like basics of Makpara, how to make a good long-lasting sword, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because
How to
swords
stab
aren't
your
too.
enemy 101.
Yeah.
No, Prime Directive wouldn't kick in.
Because you're talking to them.
I don't think the others would they?
No, these guys are not a rogue element per se. You're the rogue element to them.
Yeah. Listen, I was just going for him first before I just go to values.
Oh yeah. There's some guys who pulled up on my airport and said, "Hey, fix our stuff." What? Not for free, you're not.
Would you allow the value of sometimes I need to play the right notes?
Yes, I would take that.
I'm going to give you, I think it's 5 for a full pool now. Yeah.
Okay.
Would you like to spend some more?
I'll up your comp range to 3.
Yeah, that's fair. I've got a reroll.
I'll check the book. I doubt it though.
I have milestones. I have been diplomatic.
You have been diplomatic. It sounds threatening.
To be fair, most of Penn over the last couple of seasons have been just Penn being diplomatic and not shooting people.
I know, but it sounds threatening because it's coming from Penn. I have been diplomatic.
So, so you roll 2 hits and you have 2 complications?
Yeah, I'm going to spend a milestone for a previous session when I was, I think it was with not the pirate sector, the former pirate sector, when I was talking to the station commander, don't know his name.
What was the name of the episode?
I'm not loading up YouTube right now.
No. I have the titles.
The Chronic Prashu Flu.
That one? Okay, thank you.
I just went into the pinned.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm going to reroll.
I'll take
2.
that one. Oh, there you go.
So that's 6,
good.
8.
Okay, you get 8 momentum. I rolled nothing. I rolled garbage.
Oh boy.
Fear me!
No, that's not what we're trying to do. Kind of the opposite.
For what you rolled, they take what you offer, which is stuff you guys won't miss.
Could I
And
suggest
what you see come back to you is you see a little like it looks like a grav sled kind of hovering over to you. You see a robot kind of pushing it along like it's a cart with big amber eyes. You can see little scanning apparatuses there, and it has like little treads as it's rolling along the ground towards you. And it's on that sled. You can see a bunch of duranium beams. You can see plasma conduits. You see a couple of repair kits. They look very analog compared to your more energy-based or plasma-based tools. So think like a hyperkinetic hammer, so it just rapidly hits things super fast instead of just doing one solid thunk. That's a very sharp knife instead of like a laser, that sort of thing. But screwdrivers, all that stuff. Self-sealing stem bolts or version therein. And eventually it rolls up, it pushes up to you. It then tilts the sled up, and all of it slides off the sled. You actually notice the sled has like lifts up a little bit to kind of help push stuff off. It just dumps everything onto the tarmac. It then lifts it back, it levels it back out. Its treads turn, and it kind of sideways rolls, stops, turns its tread towards you again. Place items, says the robot, and it jiggles the grav sled at you.
would you allow, with the 2 extra that we gained from the roll, for a language trade package information?
I'll take that 2 from you. The robot kind of bleeps, reaches into its center, into its center chest, its torso. It pulls out what looks to be. It looks like a data tape that you remember from the Constitution era of starships. Puts it onto the sled for you and tilts it towards you. Language tape.
I'll put the data and our tradables on the sled and take the tape.
You have 1 magnitude. It gave you a dictionary.
Awesome.
What, that the universal translator? That helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You start loading all the things. Your patronage appreciated. You may repair at the blinking light area. Bing, bing. You see blinking green lights further down the runway.
Okay, people, let's load up our materials and we're moving.
Yes, sir.
May need additional assistance.
No, everything fades to white.
Shucks, we ran out of time.
Like, are we in a scenario to test how good we are at dealing with aliens or something?
New scene?
You find your new scene. You find yourselves seated in the conference room waiting for Cadet Ven and Dr. Koval to show up for the meeting. Ryloff, you just had your vision, and the 4 of you just experienced what just happened.
What the heck?
Current stardate is 60091.7.
Okay.
That's. Does anyone else realize or have the think we went to a acid planet?
Yes, Captain.
Jim, can I look for the plasma burn?
You look and you feel sore in that arm, but no burn.
I do not think it happened at all.
Then what did happen? We haven't had an elapsing of time. Right? Computer stardate, and we'll get that back.
So, something's been trying to show us something, would be my guess.
Perhaps the dreams are continuing.
Well, this is right when I just had another, which was showing me that rainbow across the star charts.
So we're either being shown.
You hadn't told me about that, but you told me about it in the dream.
Correct.
All right.
That would
We're
have
definitely
just
dealing with
happened.
something unexpected.
Correction. Stardate is 60102.6.
Computer.
diagnostic?
Well, that and current location.
Current location is Star System 1117. Diagnostic complete. Minor malfunction in chronoton tracker. Tracker has been repaired.
Verify stardate.
Detailed repair report.
Stardate is 60102.6. Detailed repair report. The chronoton tracker was mildly damaged due to unknown means. Engineering team Beta applied repair task Beta. Chronoton tracker repaired. That and translating that to what you would know as an engineer, the chronoton tracker is what you use because you can't depend on the stars to necessarily keep track of time for you. Star dates are a little more nuanced than that. So you have, and sometimes ships do time travel, and that's something Starfleet has known about since the NX era. So they started putting in trackers that independently track time based on its own self-contained unit. If the tracker cracks or gets not jostled, or the little shield that protects it is lost, then the stardate will give you the wrong number. But once it's repaired, it goes, that's the number. As far as this ship is concerned, this is the stardate. It will check against Galactic Center to try to track what stardate is, but there's Galactic Center time and then there's ship's time. You are almost always told ship's time unless you suspect that unless you ask it, check against Galactic Center, which you almost never have to do unless you suspect time travel.
Computer check against Galactic Center.
Thank you. Galactic Center time is 60102.9.
0.9.
Just a question along the line of, could that have been a psychically induced experience, or did we have a psychically induced experience at all? Did I remember or notice anything in the dream that is unlikely for someone not in Starfleet to have known?
Insight, con or science, difficulty 1.
Together.
Taking a threat eye. So you asked if there was anything in the dream that
You
could
would
not have been
anything
known.
yeah, that you wouldn't know unless you were like into Starfleet or like that if someone an artificial or an intelligence was trying to produce these dreams in us to communicate with us, something that they got wrong because they couldn't have known how to do it right
No,
from our perspective. Okay.
it was accurate as far as you were concerned.
That's
Like there wasn't anything weird like, oh, we're using hydrogen instead of dilithium crystals. It's like, no, we use dilithium crystals. It's an interplexing complex. It's actually there's multi steps. We don't just burn hydrogen. But yeah, that sort of thing. So nothing like that or anything, if either gross or discrete.
that is notable though, actually.
Request to chief engineer. Do you wish the chronometer to be set to galactic center? Basically, do you want the clock to calibrate toward galactic center, or do you want it to keep it where it is?
Negative. If computer or hold off on Galactic Center reset until further notice.
Acknowledged.
Now I'm interested in going that direction with the Achilles and not just a shuttle.
What's the last thing I remember, GM, before the dream?
Sitting down.
Okay. Okay.
We're clearly being drawn in that direction.
Unless you're meditating to learn something else.
Yeah.
The last
Yeah.
time when I did this dream, Kaval was here. So was Ben.
Yeah, that's probably falls under hand wave.
Or not,
I don't
who
know.
knows?
I don't know.
No, Rylov caught it. That is a fair call. Yep, they were in this room when he had that vision.
'Cause he only came over here to this panel because of a question Kaval asked. This isn't his station for meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it could be.
Also, Moorcop wasn't in here.
Morkov was not in here.
Where was I?
You were on the bridge,
No, he was
I
not.
think.
He was attending
Oh,
personal
right.
matters.
Yeah.
But
He had
what
requested
personal
leave.
matters?
Moorcop was getting updated by the fleet and learned about the defeat of the Mukbara. That kind of
Oh.
shook him, so he's like, I'm gonna go read this in private and figure out what I'm supposed to tell the Starfleet people, or if I'm supposed to tell them anything. Because I need clarification on orders. What the hell do you want me to tell Starfleet?
Mm-hmm.
And we're just being polite and not reading your encryptions.
Well, I didn't realize I was conflicted about that because I think I just told you all straight what happened.
And
Well, it had been some time.
Yeah, at a different time. Initially, he asked Rylov for the shift off, and he got it. So,
And if you did say something conflicted, that dream state did shake him a bit. So he was a little. All of you were a little
Yeah.
disoriented there. So Moorcop probably didn't think twice about it right then. Like, huh? Oh shoot! Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Oh well, too late now.
well, he just said they'd gotten in a fight with the Golden Ships, which were like, oh,
Yep.
which I
That's
think
true.
we already knew. We did already know.
Thralic, you can roll Fitness Medicine difficulty 3 if you wish to delve further into the memory, into the dream state. Be warned,
Yeah.
you get the feeling that you're not looking into the past.
Question.
Yes.
Potentially assisted by Rylov pointing out what is presently different.
He could, or Thralic can give me a threat, and I will give a hint.
Yeah, I'll take it. I like this talent a lot. It's fun. I like this back and forth possibility.
Goblin.
Where
I
is
was
the
gonna say, I
folder?
was probably going to offer my assistance as well with the whole. If you want to use Penn's trained mind as like a sieve, so it's not all on you.
Oh, just because there's all the holes in it?
Well, that as well.
Fantastic.
If you wish to ask further questions, you can try with momentum spends.
Okay. That's not really where I normally expect to get anything from.
Throlic looks conflicted as something just
Yeah.
dawns on her.
Are you okay there, Commander?
Eyebrow.
I can see some of what we experienced as metaphor almost, information transitioning from a different layer of existence. The reality of it is closer to, well, the building blocks of reality itself, looking at quantum waveforms or something, but our minds don't process that particularly easily.
Could this be the gold ship individuals themselves?
I wouldn't expect it to be.
We also don't know that there are individuals. We know that that there are ships. We don't know if those ships are the beings in themselves or if the ships are operated by another form of intelligence. Like the ships themselves could be the intelligent thing.
Kind of look over at Morkop and raise an eyebrow. That is a
Not,
possibility I had not considered.
yeah, nothing in Oda Joe's report suggests that they had any contact with anything other than a ship that had psychic capabilities.
I believe reports from the Tripolity, however, would indicate ground combat.
With humanoids?
Not entirely sure. I just know there was a Tripolity person talking about fighting them hand to hand, which doesn't seem likely that they would leap out of EVA suits to attack a ship hand to hand. That just sounds like suicide.
Well, that would suggest that they do have a humanoid form or can take humanoid form.
They would have a
You
form.
wouldn't talk about fighting a tard hand to hand or a a space whale hand to hand.
Neither of those are sentient, arguably, in the
No,
manner of
but
a.
you would only talk about fighting hand to hand if it is another humanoid. Otherwise, there are other words to describe that kind of fight.
Well, Tholian's not a humanoid, but I'm sure if someone fought them, they would describe it hand to hand.
Well, that's
Precise
not.
mechanics, I'm sure, are not the most important at the time.
No.
At this time.
But this is a Romulan and a Klingon talking, only one of them can be right.
Well, yeah. Moricop restrained by Starfleet though can't result to the final argument of Klingon.
Don't worry, you'll be able to wake up in the morning as well.
the final argument of Romulan.
If
Exactly.
you, yeah, if you can't resolve disputes with fights, is it even worth waking up in the morning? I don't.
Uh-huh. So what Throlic has learned from like an out of character perspective here is the uh the vision that we got was from the like subspace type layer of reality. From that graph we saw the last episode, I think it was. It's number 3. I'll post that again. We got information from number 3 this time.
What was the last one I got a message from?
It was also from the subspace realm, I think.
It was like 2 or
Isn't it?
something, though, wasn't it? It was different.
I'm pretty sure it was different. I'm scrolling up to see.
So we got a message from number 3. The question is, who does number 2 work for?
Number
Mhm.
2 is like Corbinian's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a slightly less like base layer of the multiverse, I guess. Eh? Higher dimension, whatever kind of thing. All right, I don't see it, but yeah.
Don't know who to talk to about layer 3. I know who to talk to about layers 1 and 2 and 4 through 9, but not layer 3.
Yeah. Exactly.
Commander, I'll
I
be
guess
back in a moment.
Ireland is our best answer there.
What was that, Captain?
I'll be back in a moment.
I'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Steps into his ready room.
Oh, I'm
Sits in
gonna
his
put it
chair.
down now.
Pulls up his Elcars, I imagine. Presence command difficulty 2. Assisted by comms plus command.
Take a threat.
Sure. Basically impressing upon him that it's urgent. Like he can't. It's like he's like, "Oh, I'll get back to you in a week. I'm busy." It's like, no, 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 no. I'm not just calling for social. I have a real reason.
Strategy and tactics.
Yeah.
That's right. We need those advanced metaphysical geometries as a handout.
That I will say that chart is not what I made. Another GM made that when they heard about my ocean of consciousness thing. So, and
Yeah.
they made that. I'm like, okay, that's perfect. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool for like Star Trek realms and dimensional stuff and all that.
Mm-hmm. Plus the ship. Comms plus command.
Oh shit, I need to bring up the Achilles sheet.
Yeah.
So just one flow.
Okay. You see him appear on screen. This time, however, you notice that he seems to be on a planet somewhere. You can see he's like you see like a vista somewhere in a window behind him. He's in what looks to be some sort of hazard team armor or environmental suit. It's a bright white uniform, strange shield emitter type things laced into the armor. The only thing, it looks very un-Starfleet issue. It looks alien to the Federation. The only thing that marks him as Starfleet is the pips at his neck that indicate or the bars, sorry, because he for Admiral, and the comm badge that he's wearing. Captain, I get the impression that you needed to speak with me on something urgent, but not urgent enough to call this priority 1. Don't worry, this has already been encrypted care of certain benefactors. How can I assist you, Captain?
I'll cut to the chase. What do you know about the metaphysical geometry of reality?
Quite a bit, actually. It's one of the things I studied back at the academy. I wrote several papers on the topic. Why?
Could I spend my float and maybe one more to send him the information we have now and what we gained from last session and from the dream?
I won't charge you for that. You just tell him everything.
Then yeah, the blah 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 data.
Okay. So you are any of you how do I phrase this question without giving away things? Oh, I know. Is anyone rated as an ESP officer aboard your
Yes,
ship?
Oh.
my commander.
Right. Have they gotten information from their ESP connection to the ocean before?
I believe they may have.
Okay. So that means they have an open conduit to the second layer of subspace, which allows them a connection to the ocean of consciousness. I'll save you the full story, but basically, they can hear the suggestions and thoughts of others to inform their own knowledge. Now, theoretically, that's all that a high Esper rating can get. If you're at 100 Esper rating, you can reach into the second layer of subspace and learn and feel emotions, read minds, that sort of thing. Now there are people who can influence physical space in the space time, so pure energy, creating fire, telekinetics, which means theoretically there are people who can reach into the fifth through third layers, time, the quantum physics that make up everything, and reality. Now, the third layer is actually very hard to manipulate because you're messing with the discrete, the laws of the universe, the speed of light, how time works, that sort of thing. Like they're very specific things that make our universe work. However, based on what you've told me, it sounds like that you felt information through the third layer into the fourth layer to see into another quantum string of reality. So you saw a alternate future event of your future.
Understood. It it feels like we're being drawn in this direction, and the fact that whatever's happening is not allowing us to sleep means we have to go in this direction.
As for that corridor, I have been trying to map it as best I can. I can't go into details how I'm doing that, but I'm mapping it. He gestures like, sorry, I can't say more.
Ben understands.
But it is possible that this phenomena is connecting to your commander, because the thing is, Starfleet at this time, as far as I've been briefed, maybe there's some other division that does this sort of thing, but as far as I'm aware, we don't have a standard. No species or any Starfleet division can work inside layers beyond the second layer or the seventh layer. Telekinetics are a thing. Esper connections are a thing. Mind reading's a thing. Empathy, but actually manipulating or seeing into time into reality, that's a rare thing. And as far as I'm aware, your commander is not of a species or have any genetic coding that indicates that they are able to do that. That's not something that her species is normally capable of. Well, they can look into the sixth layer now that I think about it. Not sixth layer, fifth layer. Everyone can see in the sixth layer. Sorry, getting mixed up. Anyway, that all means one of three things is happening. One, someone is reaching out to Thralic on purpose, connecting. 2, there's a device that Thorlick is interacting with, or has on her person, or is on the ship that is causing this effect. Or, and this sounds most likely to me, that corridor is emitting some sort of effect that Thorlick's resonating with. I'm gonna try to do some experiments on my ship. I'm gonna get my science department to look at this, and in my fleet. I'll try to get back to you. If I find out information, I'll let you know. But Captain, I mean, I'm not your commanding officer. I'm not in your chain of command. But I would advise you, if you can't find a way to get your crew to sleep, you need to withdraw back to Narendra Station and get sleep. Some species can live, like Tellarites, can go quite some time without sleep. Certain species, like humans, can only last about a week before they start losing their mental faculties and become unserviceable in duty. After 10 days, you're going to see people dying. So it's your ship. And if you think it's important enough, you need to keep going. It's possible that maybe going to this corridor will help break the dreams you're having. It's possible sedating Thralic in some way or nullifying her connection may help. But I'm no doctor. This is rather anomalous, even to me. At least for Federation species, anyway.
Well, as it stands for now, I'll suggest to the commander that we do a brief course of sedation, maybe for a day. If that doesn't change the effects, I'll give the order to return to Narendra.
Oh, very well, Captain. Is there anything else you want to ask me about? I'll try to answer what I can, but without more data or more research time, there's only so much I can tell you.
Well, judging from, as Mr. Ryle have called it, the Rainbow Road, it seems to follow a path of where, from what reports are showing, how Subkita encountered the Golden Sphere.
He doesn't respond right away, and you can see his eyes they have like a mercurial liquid form. You see they're turbulent. Insight command difficulty of 2. Because his species is a little hard to read.
But they're very good at reading. Yeah.
I'll give you a threat.
Sure.
Strategy and tactics.
Yeah, I would take it.
I'll just have that float stay there because I'll just get a float from that roll.
You get the sense that when you said gold sphere, it's a sort of response his species would probably give if you said Borg sphere. Like he had a very similar response to it, but it's something that isn't. But he doesn't say anything. He just kind of stares at you when you say that to him. Like you just read that off of him.
Trailblazer, whatever it is, it's here. It's been encountered, even by the Tripolity. And the fact that you're not responding is saying more than you think.
Captain, you probably aren't aware of this. But I am not. My species is not a member of the Federation. I am on loan to Starfleet. Have been for longer than I really should have been. There are certain things I am privy to know that I am not allowed, unless under very specific circumstances, to divulge. So if I seem evasive on this particular topic, understand that if I'm not saying anything on it, there's a good reason why I can't. If you discover it on your own, that's nothing I can do about that, but I can't be the source of that information.
Well,
Consider it a prime directive of sorts, although not quite so prime. It's a little lower on the list, but it is a rule that I really should follow if I can help it.
well, considering it seems like this conversation is putting them on a high threat table, shall we say, Borg-ish threat table.
He shrugs, like, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, but understand, even if you're just on loan to the Federation, as you so eloquently put it, we have worked together in the past, and if you do need help with something, even if it's not exactly something you can ask with, just reach out.
Captain, you have the Achilles, I have my fleet. But I do appreciate the offer. And honestly with you, if I do require more of you than the uniform asks, I will ask you as a Tellarite. I'll ask you to share that request with your fellow Sophans, sentients. And if they wish to take it upon themselves, then that's up to them. But for now, we're not there yet. And frankly, Pend, I really hope we never do. We need to solve this before we need to resort to such tactics.
Well, you may want to read up on Subgitter's fight with the sphere.
I may very well, Captain. What was that? All right. He looks away and looks back to the screen. Apologies, Captain. Unless you are actively being shot at, I need to walk away at this time and deal with very, very stubborn people. Good
Understood.
day, Captain.
Understood. Goodbye, Admiral.
His face vanishes. And that is the end of part 2.